people have joined, I think so. Once the resource person has joined, we will start because I don't want to waste other people who have joined. Every day we are saying this and we are criticizing the student, our students. They are irregular, they are not on time. So I hope, dear participants, I hope you have seen the WhatsApp message. Please be alert. Please be alert. Anytime the team will post their request for your certificate details, within 5 minutes you have to post, otherwise it will be closed. If you missed it, we are not responsible. So please be aware, be attentive. We don't know whether today or day after tomorrow. So anyway, we have to be attended. And be aware that Monday we are having your feedback session. Each and every participant has to give their feedback through switch on their camera. It will be recorded. The silent observer will be there from DST, so we can't able to help. So please ready with your feedback. Monday it will be started. Monday is the last day. So kindly be cooperate. Another only one day. So kindly be cooperate for another one day. Today is the 11th day. Actually, today is the 12th day. We have to complete the program, but we have rendered holiday on Monday, so if the thing has been postponed to Monday. So kindly, please be aware. Any request from the team, kindly post your certificate details. Then only the certificate will be issued from them based on your attendance. So we are sorry if any inconvenience. We are sorry. We are not responsible. That's all we can help you. That's why I have posted immediately to alert you. Yeah. Mr. Mohammed, are you able to hear me? I hope you can start the session. You can start the session.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. So very good morning to one and all. I hope you have seen the WhatsApp message. Today's topic is developing business plan. That is the project report, format, content and SQL. This is very important for applying for a financial, right? So I think there is no need of Muhammad Nawab Sharif to be introduced. So kindly go ahead. Sharif, you can go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Just a minute, sir. Just a minute.
No issue. This is very important topic. It takes more time. So you can start. Developing the business plan is very important. Only based on these things, you can get your financial support from all the people. At 20 years presented, let them join. You can start. Your screen is visible, Mr. Sherry.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
And your audio is also good.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Once again, I'd like to thank the College Management, Department of Science and Technology, and faculties and coordinators for organizing this wonderful program. Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. And today's topic for the session, today's topic session is a business plan preparation. Before I get into the session, I'd like to give you some introduction about a business plan. First of all, what is a business plan? Uh, Business plan is nothing but it's a foundation of any successful venture. For example, if you want to start a startup, or else if you want to build a startup, or if you want to start a business, or if you want to start an if you want to become an entrepreneur, or if you want to become an eminent entrepreneur in future, or else if you want to upgrade your business, like you are already in a business but you just want to upgrade yourself, or you just want to upgrade your business, or if you just want to upgrade yourself as an entrepreneur in future, if you need different kind of investment, if you want to attract investors to getting investment for your business or for your venture, or if you want to collaborate with someone, or if you want to collaborate with the incubators, or if you want to collaborate with an accelerators, or if you want to collaborate with angel investors or venture capitalists or anyone, any investor, if you want to collaborate with them, they expect something from you. Uh, they expect something from you, apart from your idea, how you are going to present your idea, it's very important. Like if you are having a better idea, you are having a good idea, but the presentation of your idea is very much important to get attract your customers, to get attract your team, to build a better team, to get attract your investors, to get attract your to attract a particular market for your product or service segment. It's very important to develop a better business plan, because it only provides clarity. As a business or as a startup or as an entrepreneur, you know what we are going to do and what we need to do, and then we need to do, and that we need to do. What are the things we need to do, and when we are going to do, where we are going to do. For this all kind of questions, you will get a better answer from your business plan. If investors wants to know about your apart from your idea, if investor wants to know about your team, if investor wants to know about your know about your know about your team, know about your details of your directors, details of the directors, and know about your stakeholders, and know about your product, know about your service, in detail. They need business plan for better understanding of your business, and as a stock, your better understanding of your business. It's very important for any startup. If you are already an emerging industry, or if you are already an emerging company, you are also need a better business plan for the development, for the upgradation of yourself and your business. If a better business plan is shared with your employees, or if the better business plan is shared with your employers, they know what we are going to do in the future. What is the objective of your company? What is the objective of your startup? What is the objective of your idea? These kind of things they know. So that's why they can work for that idea. They can work to achieve that particular objective of your company as easily. You don't need to interact all the time with the employees, or you don't need to interact all the time with the employers to do such particular things. If you develop the particular business plan, better business plan, they all know about your business, they all know about your objectives, they all know about what they are going to do, when they are going to do, and where they are going to do. Then you can get a better result, better outcome from their work, right? So it's very important for any industry. If it's in a scratch, it's not for only for the scratch companies, like startup companies. It's always works. Like it's always useful for all the other companies, all other businesses. If it's even a stall, or even a small shop also. If you having a better business strategy, like better strategy in the terms of better business plan, your workers can get a detailed idea of your business, detailed objective of your business. Then they can work easily, right? So it's very important for any businesses. This business plan preparation is very important. So because it only provides the clarity and in what I'm like, and it also gives the direction of your business. Like if you want to do something, if you want to achieve something, that directions know that what we are need to do, what you are going to do. These kind of answers they get easily from your business plan, from your business plan preparation, right? So it's very important for any business ventures, or it's very important for any startup, or if you want to become an entrepreneur. It's very important to know about this skills and to prepare a better business plan for our future. Like now we can move into the next topic, next thing. Here you can see what are the objectives that we need to know about the business planning is. Here it comes with agenda, right? Business planning, what are the context and purposes is that, and how the process of the business planning works, and what are the different types of business plan, and some in-depth analysis for a business planning, and what are the business plan structure, and what are the contents need to get involved, and what are the business plan delivery, and how we are going to set up into a personalization. And at lastly, we can see some. Okay. At lastly, we can see some example for a business plan. Also, I have some examples. Also, I will share with you guys. And then next, we move with the next slide. Okay. Yeah, I told you right. Like business plan is the process of analyzing the business environment. Like it's not about an internal environment. It's not about an external environment. It's the whole thing. Like from scratch, from your idea, what you are going to do, in what terms, like in what kind of things you have to project it, like in terms of a product, or in terms of service, what you are going to do as a product or service, how we are going to do, how we are attract your customers, how we are going to attract your investors, how we are going to attract like how we are going to get your customers acquisition, and how we are going to get your customer retention, how we are going to renew, how we are going to insist people, like insist customer to renew your product, is all very important. Like this kind of all things, like this kind of all questions, we can get an answer from one document. It's called as a business plan document. Like it's very important to get all details of your businesses, and also it's used to setting your business goals, and also is used to decide what are the deciding on what are the details, like what are the decisions that we have to make to achieve the particular objective, particular goal of your business. It's very important to like if you want to win, if you want to achieve something, you need to know about what we are going to do, how we can going to get something, right? How we are going to achieve something. This process is very important, right? Before, like prevention is better than cure, like it's a proverb. Like based on that, like if you prepare a better business plan, you can achieve something. You can achieve your objective in a better way. Like if you in certain point of time, if you face any risk, or if you face any mitigation, like severity of risk is higher than something. If you want to reduce that risk, if you want to reduce that particular errors, or if you want to make it a particular decision, if you want to change a particular things in your business, it's very uncomfortable, right? If you are having a better business plan, it's very easy to change anything in your business, because it's already in your idea, right? It's a prevention, right? It's very important to plan a better business plan for any businesses to achieve your objectives. It's also not only for a scratch. I said no. I said already. It's for existing business also. If you want to get upgrade, or if you want to get emerge as a globalized brand, or if you want to attract more number of customers from the other countries, for that time also you need a better business plan, and how we are going to attract those customers from other countries, and then how we are going to attract those customers from other regions. These are all important things we need to utilize for our development of our business, or they utilize for our for the development of our business in a globalized regions, right? And also for the new venture also, it must be done prior to setting up any new businesses. If a new business, if you want to start a new venture, or if you want to start a new business, you need some funding, right? If you are going to, if you don't having any choice, like if you don't have any funding based on a bootstrapping, or if you don't have any penny, some kind of pennies in your hands, you need to drag some, like you need to get you need to attract some money from the investors, right? At that point of time, it's very important to build a better business plan. So like investors need our investors expert your idea in getting into a better presentation. Like we are not able to share our idea orally for all. Like it's not possible to share our idea orally. They can't understand. They might be misunderstood our idea, right? It will convert into the kind of a presentation in terms of a document, or in terms of a video, or in terms of audio. It will easily attract, it will easily understand by the investors, and they can proceed further, right? It will like it's a presentation. For example, if you are going to teach your students orally, they can't able to understand, but you are going to project with some materials, or you are going to project some audio and video, like audio and video oriented education. They can easily understood. It's like the process. The investors also are like a babies. We need to represent our idea in a detailed form. They can on that they can understand better, and then they can proceed further. It's very important for any business or any entities. Okay. Okay, what are the kind of purpose, like what are the purpose of this business plan? I already told, like the ultimate reason for the business plan is to increase the chances for the business succeed. If you want to succeed in your business, you need a better business plan to achieve its goals. And also, if you have a better business plan, or if you have if you know what you are going to do, what you are going to do on tomorrow, and what you are going to do after a month, or what you are going to do after a year, it will clearly indicates that what you are going to do in the future, right? That means that certain point of time, your risk can be minimized, and also your mitigation, like severity of errors, like severity of risk, is also reduced. Like this plan is very important to get those ideas from your ideas of your future, that how we are going to do, how we can go, how we can push ourselves to get those particular achievement, how we are going to get it. So like this kind of questions we can get easily answer from our business plan. Then what some common purposes are, what are the kind of resources required, what about the human resource we have, what about the inventory, what about the marketing materials we have, like marketing tools we have, what are the strategies we have followed, what are the how about our operational plans, how about our organization plans, what about our human resources. These kind of informations you are noted it down in your business plan. Like when you develop your business plan, these kind of things as is must to be done. Like types of for the different kind of business plans are there. I would like to I will tell you after, like we will discuss about it later. But in a particular business plan, which come out like it's in a complete business plan, this kind of details, this kind of all details should be present, must be present. And then it also gives you a business feasibility, and then it also gives you a business, if your business is reliable or not, if your business is long lasting or not. These kind of things you are also get this kind of, for this kind of questions also you can get answer from your business plan. And then go and not go decision, like go and no go decision. If you want to do something, if it is okay to do, or if you want to if you don't want to do something, if it's okay for your future. So this kind of questions also You can get a clear answer from your business plan. And then what about your financial outputs? Then what about your cash inflow and outflow? What about your balance sheet? What about your expenses? What about your cost? What about your and then what about your strength? What about your weakness? What about your opportunities and threat? All these kinds of things we can easily understood. We can easily get those details from our detailed business plan. So it's not only a business plan, like it's not only content or information giving document. You can get a clear objective, like you can get a clear data of your progress. If you can get a clear data of your process, like that. These kind of purposes we need to have a better business plan. And also if we want to update our business, we need a business plan, better business plan to project our future. Then if you want to exit from a certain type of business, or if you want to exchange something, or if you want to declare it's not okay, like for this kind of things also, from scratch to end, we need a better business plan to get a better solution from our business idea, right? This is very important to make a better business plan. And okay, business plan, like if you need this kind of details, if you want get answer for this kind of questions, you need a better business plan. But if you are having a poor business plan, what are the symptoms? What are the difficulties you have faced, right? If you have a difficulties to raise a fund or loan, if you have a poor business planning strategy, or if you have a poor business plan, you will have some difficulties to raise a fund and loans from investors. You are not able to attract them. They misunderstood your idea. They misunderstood about your product and services, and then fund are not enough. Like if there is some cash flow problems. Might be arises if you are not having a proper business plan. There is might be a reason, like cash inflow and outflow rates and ranges. You are not able to get the correct data. That kind of things, that kind of symptoms, you also it might be occurs when you that didn't have a better business plan. And if you didn't have an objective, or if you didn't have an aim, or if you didn't have a goal, you are not able to going further. Like right, if you are having an aim, or if you are having an objective uh, um, for the future, you will move, you will go through that only. Like you have one motivational tool, you have one that motivation tool behind your back. Like it's only pushing you to move further. Like it's only pushing you to move forward. It's very important to represent your vision. It's very important to represent your mission. It's very important to represent your objective and represent your goals in your particular business plan. Okay, and then if you want to take some risk, or the severity of the risk might be increased when you didn't have a better business plan. And also your profitability rate is also might get affected by when you didn't get a better business plans. And all the kind of things, all the kind of processes, all the kind of plans also getting get into flaw, or get into a malfunction when you didn't have a better business plan. So this business plan is very important for any businesses to move further, for any kind of actions to be taken in your future. Now we are going into the how we are going to develop our business plan. What are the things? What are the content we need to? What are the needs? Content information we need to get involved into our business plan, and how we can produce a better business plan. For this kind of questions, we can get the answer from those particular slides. Okay. For a better business planning process, you can clearly see in this slide. The first one is in-depth analysis. Like our Vadivel said, for every action we need to have a better plan. Like said, Vadivel in a comedy, Vadivel said it's very correct. Like for in-depth analysis, very important before we proceed anything. Like if you want to build an idea, if you have an idea that we need to convert into a business, or if you need to convert into a product or a services, or if you want to convert into a startup, you need to have an in-depth analysis. For this business plan also, you need to have the in-depth analysis, how we are going to do, what we are going to do, where we are going to do, when we are going to do. These kind of questions we need to ask ourselves and make a better answer for it. Like in this in-depth analysis, you will get various iterations, various, like you will get a various information about your business. That business, that only it gives you might be reduced down as a vision. That might be reduced down as a vision statement, mission statement, and then goals and objectives, right? So from your in-depth analysis, you will get those all those information, and then from that information, you will define your vision. Like vision is not nothing but it's a long-term aspiration. What we are going to do in the future, where we are going to be in the future. It would outline the different kind of what are the need, what we are going to do, what we are going to achieve something in the future. It represents the it's called as the vision. Or you are also need to make it a clear mission also. How we are going to achieve something. In what are the ways we are going to achieve something? What are the short-term goals we need to do to achieve the particular long-term goal? And what are the purposes and what are the values we need to define to achieve the particular vision? These kind of things you have to represent it in a mission statement. And then next one is goals and objectives. These kind of things that which will indicate what are the specific and measurable milestones that we need to do, that we need to be done to get those particular attain a particular vision. And then goals are like targetable, like actionable target in organizations. If you want to do something, if you want to achieve something bigger, you need to complete the small goals. Then you have to move further for a better, you have a better long-term goal, right? This kind of statement, this vision statement, these goals and objective, these statements are very important, and this must be included in your business plan at the top of your business plan, at the first page of your business plan. It will come under the executive summary. So it's a title. It's a standard title. If you want to use this standard procedure, you can use it. But if you want to if you want to introduce it in your own way, you can project it. But this kind of statement, this vision and mission statements, it must be included in your business plan for every institution, for every business. There is some vision and mission statements on that. You must provide these details in your business plan. And then what are the strategies you have to use, how we are going to do these kind of strategies. We are also mentioning in your complete business plan. There is some different kind of business plan. I'll share these details for developing a complete business plan, right? And then what are the tactics we have to do, like what are the strategies we have to do, what are the tactics we have to do, and how our operation going to work, and what about our marketing plan, financing plan, R&D plan, human resource planning, how we are going to manage our inventory. These kind of details, these kind of things are also mentioned in your complete business plan. And then finally, you got all the details, you got all the data in general. Then we can convert it into a better document or a better presentation. Like if you are going to make it as a PPT, or if you are going to make it as a WAD document, it's very easy to make it. But if you are going to make it as a video representation or audio representation, it might take time, but you have to make it. But this kind of video and audio things, demonstration things, it might be better for any business opportunities to attract customers, to attract investors. This kind of business plan is very easy to attract them. Okay. Like this business planning process, first one involved. First step is in-depth analysis. You need to analyze about your idea, how we are going to do, what we are going to do, what are the things we need to do. These kind of things you can get from this kind of things. You will drag, like you will convert, get your particular vision or particular mission statements, and what are goals, what your strategy, how we are going to achieve it in the future, like how we are going to achieve the particular long-term goal. And this kind of all the things you should be represented in your complete business plan. And then we can make it as a document for better understanding for our customers, for our investors, for our workers. Okay, it's a process business planning. Like it's a perfect business planning process. You need to learn, right? And the next one. Uh, in this slide, you can get some ideas about what are the things we need to have it in our business plan. I already told that first one is allocate enough time and resource for the planning. If you want to planning a business, if you want to build a business plan, you have to allocate enough time, because this time you didn't not you don't want need to concern your time about your time frame. If you want to take some more time, then you can get a precise business planning, right? And then assigning a small team to assist. If you are having a better team, like if you have a better team in terms of small, they can easy to assist. If you have a more number of people in your business planning team, it will might be get complicated, because each and everyone having a different kind of opinion. They might be insist you to change something. They assign a small team, and a small team must be a better team to make a better business plan for your business. And that taking a holistic business approach, not only financial. You have to consider all those factors, like what you are going to do, when we are going to do. You have to answer all these kind of questions that might be included in your particular business plan. And it's not only like an Excel exercise. It also use it to take some decision in a certain point of time, right? So you have to make it clear. And then next one is, don't assume. Like if you are 100% sure, if you need something, or if you want to make it clear it in your business statement, you have to 100% check all those information and data you have collected from your resources. Don't take as assumptions to your business plan, because it will mm, it will not only gives you information, it can help you to take a decision for your future also. So don't assume, don't make things some assumption statements in your business plan. It might be very dangerous for your business. Then review other small similar business plans if possible. If possible, there is a lot of business plan examples for that. There is a lot of procedures for that. So please look into it, and make a better business plan. If you are okay with some standard procedure, you can use it. Okay, and then be realistic. I said before, don't take any assumption over your business, because it's very important. Be realistic as much as possible. Okay, and then ask someone to be critic of your plan and improve. If you have a better business plan, ask someone to ask many people to get their opinion. Like if you have a better team, like a 5 to 6 person team, after define after making your business plans, get the opinion from the senior staffs. Also get the opinion from your colleagues, like colleague company owners. Like if you are having a tie-up with any business owners or accelerators or any experienced candidates, you can get a opinion. You can get their opinion. And if possible, if you are okay with it, you can change it in your further progress and process also. Okay, and then the not perfect plan is much better than no plan at all. Yes, as I said, right, that is represent the proverb called prevention is better than cure. If you are having a plan, you can easily proceed with something further. Like it also comes under the Vadivel's comedy. If you have a plan, we can proceed like. If you want to do something, we can plan well. We can if you plan well, we can easily get into succeed, right? These things are very important to start a business, or to start a entrepreneur, to start become an entrepreneur, to start a startup, right? Or you want to emerge as a better industry, better entity in this whole. Well, you need a better business plan. And this business plan is not only a strategic document. It's not only like a strategic document. You need to keep on updating yourself, and you need to keep on updating your business plans also. It's not a strategic one, right? Please, you have to understand that it's not a tangent one. Like you have to adapt, because we are in a technology booming society. We need to adapt some technology. We need to adapt some things happened in our society or in our in the future. These kind of things we need to adapt. These kind of things we need to make ourselves to adapt. So that's why our business plan, it might be a updated one. Like if you keen on update yourself and your business in the business plan document. Okay, like for example, Nokia, it's a bigger brand in past years, but now Nokia is not at all a company in this modern years, because they lose all their brand name, all their things, because of one thing, right? Because of the one thing, they lose all their brand awareness and lose all their customers because of one thing. What's the thing? Because of the lack of updation, right? They didn't update for the future. So these kind of things might also happen for our business. So you have to keen on keep updating on your business plan is also very important. It's not a standard one. Please understood. It's a it need a continuous improvement, right? If you need make it as possible. If you want to change any something in your business plan, you have to make it more adaptable for any particular situation happens like this. Okay, make your business plan more clear and more precise and more flexible. Okay, and then what are the different kind of business plans? Okay, in this slide, you can see based on the purpose and based on the audiences, there are different kind of business plans out there. For example, if you want to develop a new, if you want to build a new startup or new venture, you need a certain business plan to attract investors, to attract more customers. Then you will need to proceed with the particular standard procedure. And then if you want to emerge your business as a bigger entity, or if you want to move into a globalized industry, you need a better other standard procedure. You need to follow standard procedure for building your business plan. And then if you want to taking a business loan from a bank, they need some kind of business plan from your idea. And then if you want to join venture, if you want to become a joint venture, or if you want to collaborate with some other big industries, or if you want to collaborate with some other incubators, or if you want to collaborate with the accelerators, you need a better the other kind of standard procedures you need to follow. This based on the purpose and based on the audiences, you need to build a different kind of business plan. Just a minute, I would like to have some water. Okay, thank you. So based on the purpose and based on the audience, we need to prepare our business plan regarding on that. And then next one, like what are the in-depth analysis, how it's going to get analyzed for the clear information. You can get all those. You need to get all those information present in your internal environment and in your external environment. That must be from the internal environment. What about your performance? And from your performance, from your strategy, how we are going to do, what we are going to do, and what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages, and what are the resources you have, human resources, about your inventory, about your IP, that means intellectual property rights, what are the barriers you have, what are the brand concerns you have, and then how about your competencies, and then what about your financial oriented things, and what about your marketing strategies. These kind of things you have to learn. These kind of things, this kind of information you have to make it clear before you building a better business plan. And then you have to consider the external environment also, because it will also influence yourself, your business, right? This kind of external environment is considered customers, competitors, investors, channels, and then political and influences, economical influences, social influences, technological, environmental, like a legal. What are the different kind of opportunities and threat. What is your strength and weakness? It comes under your internal environment. You have to get all this information from your internal environment, and what are the opportunities and that come out from your external environment. You need to have you need to consider all those information for your for the preparation of a better business plan. If you do for this, you have to
Sorry, Mr.
use some.
Sorry,
Hello, sir.
sorry for the interruption.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you go a little bit slow?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay.
Fast. They are all other background, science
Okay.
background,
Okay.
so they should be able to understand what we are trying to say.
Yeah. Okay, sir. But actually, a big topic. That's why I keep on going with some.
It's a vast topic. We can't able to cover within 1 hour, one and a half hour.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Sure, sir. Sure. I will make
Okay.
it.
Thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience.
No, sir. No, sir. Thank you. Thank you for the. Thank you, sir. Thank you. If you do one particular strategy like SWOT analysis, you can get all those information through this particular strategy. This strategy we have discussed yesterday. This one is called as SWOT analysis. SWOT means S means strength, weakness, opportunities, and threat. This particular analysis, like this particular test, we can use it. Yet we can use it for anything. Like if you want to start a business, or if you want to do something, if you want to buy something, or if you want to get something from your friend or from your investor, you need to do a normal SWOT analysis. On that you can get a clear information about your strength. On that you can get a clear information about your weakness. On that you can get clear information about your opportunities. And that you can get a clear about your threat also. So these four things is very important. We need to do anything in our life, right? So you can get all those information through this particular SWOT analysis. Okay, this in-depth analysis is very important to make a better business plan. Okay, and then next we move for the like already I said what are the dimensions we need to take is like in what are the environment like if it's a external or internal environment, what are the who are the end users like profile lead, what how we are going to how buyers are behavior, how our investors behaviors like usage, and then market size in the market, which kind of market we have, what kind of market we have, what's our customer base, what about our customer returns, and what about our customer acquisition, and these kind of things. These and then what about our competitions? If we have, what are the competitive edge? Like what are the novelty? What are the innovations we have? What is the competitive edge we have? These kind of things also must be represented in your business plan. These kind of things, this kind of information you can get from your SWOT analysis. This is very important. This in-depth analysis is very important. Apart from the SWOT analysis, there is some different procedures are there, like different standard testings are there, like BMC is also one of the tool that they can easily interpret all your business ideas, all your business product and services. Some kind of other testing procedures also there. You can use any one of the testing procedures to get all those information. Okay, based on your idea and based on your innovation. Okay, and the next. Okay, if you want to build a better business plan, you need to do something, some standard. You need to take out something, right? That only you can get a better, clear business plan. For that, you have to define market clearly. If you are wrongly defined your market, you can't able to survive in the particular market, right? Then customer buying behavior is ignored. These kind of mistakes you not need to do while you are preparing your particular business plan. You need to reduce these mistakes. Like you have to consider all those customer buying behavior before you get into you get into writing of your business plan, and then you have to consider your competitions as competitive. You are not taken as easily. Okay, these kind of mistakes we need to reduce while we are in a business plan writing concept. Okay, then okay, and then next what are the structure, what is the context, what are the content. It might be in a better business plan. In this slide, you can get a clear data. It might be present in your business plan. It just I will show you some examples. In that example, you can get it clearly, but it just you can see what are the content we need to get. We need to write up in our business plan. Please make sure if you want to note it down, please note it, or else I will share this screenshot with you. Okay, this business plan components, what are the main components to be presented in the business plan is represented like initially it comes out with the cover letter and then disclaimer and then executive summary. In that particular executive summary, you can write up with your vision, mission, goals, objectives, these kind of things. It comes under executive summary, and then list of content and figures like a project report, like a final or like our final year project report. We can make it same as per our product report, like what are the list of content, what are the list of figures we need to note it down. These kind of things we need to introduce it in our business plan. And then what are the different kind of analysis we done, what's our objectives, what's our goals, and then what is our business strategy, and then how we are going to marketing our product, how we are going to what are the strategies that we have followed while we are in a marketing and the sales department, and what are the different kind of departments we have, like HR department, different kind of departments we have, that kind of information. And then clear defined about your product and service, and then research and development, how you are going to do. Your already department is also very important for all your business, right? These kind of informations. And then IP rights, if you have any copyrights claim, right? If you have any trademark, if you have any patent, that kind of information also you can mention it in your complete business plan. And then what are the different kind of how you are going to do that kind of information you can get from your operations. What are the risk and mitigations are there, if you want to take risk, what is the range of the risk you have to encounter. This kind of information also you have to mention it at approximately in your business plan. And then finance projections, and then project plan, and a milestone, how we are going to do this, what are the milestones we need to achieve to get a better to get a big to get a long-term goal. This kind of all the things you should be, it must be presented in your this particular business plan. And then finally annexes. Okay, so we can see with an example later, so you can get a clear understanding of this particular process. Okay, the first one is executive summary. Like you can get to some key points of a business plan. If possible, please note it down, or else I will share some. I'll share it with other stuffs also. Okay, like what's your plan, what's your purpose, what's your hope, who we are and what we do, what are the key achievements we need to done, and what about this opportunity, what about the threat, number of vision, and what about our mission, what about our vision, what about our objectives, why we need to do, like we all seen this kind of questions in our website, right? In some company website, we all seen who we are, what we do, why, as this kind of information. This kind of informations or this kind of answers are all comes under executive summary. Okay, it is the first heading of your particular business plan. Okay, and then common mistake we need to not to need to do is like summary is too long. Not make it precise and clear. Okay, and don't make it more like don't need to write the write it in a paragraph or something. You have to make it precise. You have to make it concise. Like in terms of points, you can get a clear understanding of your vision. Mission. They can easily read, because this vision and mission statement is very important, right? They can easily get information. Your vision statement, your vision statement, it must be under 2 to 3 lines, and then for mission statement, more than 3 to 4 points must be there. So these kind of concise things, like the standard things, are that please go through it and make it usable and make it as a standard procedure for the written up your executive summary. And then what are the comes under the key points of analysis, right? What are the informations that you have taken for the writing of your business plan? What are the data you have considered? What are the dimensions you have considered? How about your market? How about your product? How about your industry? What are the internal environment? Write about your internal environment. Write about your external environment, and then conclusive with the SWOT evidences. Okay, this kind of analysis base is also comes out in a business plan, and this kind of topics also must be there in your business plan. Okay, and then next, what are the objectives and strategy, like basic vision, mission, values, and then business objectives, how we are going to do, and basic objectives for your finance department, objectives of your marketing departments, objectives of your HR department, how we are going to do attract the customers. If you have a customer base, how we are going to do deal with them, and how we are going to retention, like customer retention is nothing but a they renew your product after they using it, right? If you want to survive in this particular society, or if you want to survive as a business in this particular society, you have to uh, attract new customers. Is important, right? You have to attract new customers is important, same as you have to renew your customers. It's also very important for any businesses, right? You have to make your customers base enlarging, increase, keep on increasing of your customer base. It's a very important thing for a better business to be taken in that particular place. And then your business background, and your capacities, your team capacities, your team capabilities, and your capabilities, and details about the directors, details about the partners, details about the shareholders, details about the previous investors. These kind of informations are also must be presented in your particular complete business plan. Okay, and then next, how about your organization structure? How it's which type of management you are following, like top level, middle level, bottom level. What are the different kind of major positions are there? How what are the communication communication details between your departments? These kind of information also must be presented in a business plan. It might be in a 1 to 2 pages. If you want to make it in a complete business plan, you have to take more than 5 to 6 pages. You have to complete it in a 5 to 6 pages. As I said before, there is a lot of business plan documents. The standard procedures are there. If you want to make a complete business plan, you have to note it down all the details. You have to note it down all the data you have collected, and based on the data, you have to make it clear to come out with the better results and outcomes. All should be present in your complete business plan. That complete business plan is not needed for an investor, but investor, you need a different kind of business plan. I would like to I will share those differences later. For the complete business plan, I'm telling, okay, for the complete business plan, you have to make out all data and all information written in a particular business plan. If you want to produce your business plan for an investor, if you want to produce a better business plan for an bank sectors, or any A or VF, venture capital, ABC, these kind of people, you need a different kind of business plan. Okay, I will share some examples later, so that you can easily understood. And then what are the objectives and strategy you have to follow, these kind of details. And then how we are going to how we are different kind of organization, like how we are different kind of departments works, like details about your marketing strategies, details about your market sales strategies, details about your functional departments, details about your inventory, details about your transportation facilities, details about your all things, like these kind of all the things should be mentioned. It should be written in your complete business plan. And then like detailed view about your product and service, detailed view about your like how you are going to produce your product, what are the raw materials, what are the ingredients we need to make it as a final product, how end products are produced, what are the operations involved in it, what are the equipments involved in it, if it's a service, how we are going to do, what are the different kind of service preferable we need to proceed with that particular business plan. These kind of all the things should be mentioned in your should be written up in your particular business plan. And then what detailed and also write up your detailed information about your R&D department also. Like R&D is very important for any business, like any operation industries. So you can write up all information about your research and development, like R&D department also. And then what are the operations, like different kind of operations are there in the industry, or there in any startups, like how we are going to deliver the product, manufacturing, supply chain management, quality management, these kind of different kind of things we need to represent it in our particular business plan. And then what are the risk and mitigations we need to encounter, like if in case of this risk comes, or if in case of this situation happens, what are the changes we need, what are the changes we can use it for to resolve, and what are the risk, what about the risk and mitigation, what if we can do after some uh, risk involved. These kind of things you have to represent, you have to mention it in your particular complete business plan, like external internal risk, what is the priority, based on your priority, critical requirements, these kind of things you should be mentioned it in your particular business plan. And then ownership and management, details about your directorships, ownership, and then details about the shareholders, details about the previous investors, these kind of things you have to mention it down. And if you have any licenses, if you have any recognitions, if you have any regulatory issues, this kind of details also mention it in your complete business plan. That word is complete business plan. For complete business plan, you have to mention it all the details. Okay, this complete business plan is very much helpful for the business owners, for a business employers and employees to get down all those information, right? Uh, they need to know, they need to know about their founders, they need to know about their owners. That's why then why they will get a clear view of our business, they will get a clear view of our objective, right? They need to know about all those details. If it is confidential, you can make it as a confidential. Some things you will definitely should be, it should be in a confidential. You should not disclose this kind of things in your business plan. But if you want to share your business plan to your employers, like employees, like management peoples, and then employee people, you need to give a better complete business plan. That's why they can easily understood what is the procedure to, what are the, what we need to get our company to need to get our owner to achieve this, achieve the particular long term goal. So they can easily understood this kind of all the things only through your complete business model. Okay, then what about your financial plan, what about your project plan, this kind of things you have to mention it in your particular business plan. Okay, then you have lot of information in your particular business plan. You have to represent it in your, it's as a documentation. If you want to represent it as a documentation, you can represent it as a PPT, either PPT or PDF. Like in terms of soft copies, or if in terms of hard copies, you can make it as a one report, like report. It's like a manual report, business plan development, like business plan report for this kind of startup XXX. This kind of manuals you can also share with your employees and employers and management kind of people. Or if you are if you want to rest from your company, if you want to share your CEO posting, or share your top posting to other person, those who are not the director, those who are not a director, if you want to share the position of yours with another person, you just share your business plan model, you just share your complete business plan document to him. he will easily understood what is the what our industry we need to do, and what are the things we need done be done from this right now, and what are the things we need to do after this. So these kind of things he will get a clear view of your company, right? These For these kind of things, for these kind of instances, we need a complete business plan. Or if you want to give, like if you want to introduce some changes in your employees life, or if you want to changes in your employees daily practices, this kind of information you should be declared it in your business plan development. They can easily understood, okay, we need to do if this result, if this outcomes is not there, we need to do we need to take this step, we need to take a plan B, we need to take a plan C. This kind of information they can get from your particular complete business plan that will gives your which gives your employees and employers like that. Okay, this kind of presentation we need to do we need to be done. And then you can also make it as a audio presentation, and you can also make it as a video presentation. If any convenient, like a document is very mandatory, but if you want wish to convert it in your video or audio documentaries, it will nice, like it will more on easy to understand for any people, those who want to invest in your businesses. These kind of things that might be these will things that might be get impressed by the investors or customers like that. You have to make it is a document in terms of PDF, in terms of any write up document, audio, video, this kind of documentaries you need to make it out. Okay, and then like we are prepared as a PPT also, and then full business plan it might comes under the maximum, like 25 to 30 pages, a maximum 25 to 30 pages, or maximum 35 pages full business plan. But if you want to use your business plan to attract investors or to attract customers, you have to precise it in a maximum 10 to 12 slides, like what's your problem you have taken, and how the impact of the problem, this kind of information that must be included in your slide. And then solution, what is the impact of your solution, applications of your solution, and then competitive edge of your idea, and then what about your novelty, if you have a patent, or if you have a copyright, these kind of anything. Do you have any competitive edge? What is your unique selling point, USP, and then unique value proposition basis, and then your revenue generation model, profit model. These kind of things you should be. These kind of things is enough to represent your idea to the investor, right? For this information, you need to represent it in a 10 to more than 10 to 12 slides. Okay, because you will get some you will get the minimum time only, like 3 minutes, 5 minutes. In that particular point of time, you have to represent your idea in a very clear manner. So this kind of information only is enough to represent your idea while you are pitching your idea to an investor or any other persons, like in your do you want to invest in your product or idea, service or idea, something. And then if you want to present your idea to the customers, they didn't want to they didn't want need a lot of information, right? And they just want what's the problem you have taken, and what about your solution, how it works, and what's the cost of your business, or what is the cost of your product or service. And then these kind of things they need to know. So these kind of things you can you make it as a particular customer based business plan. You use it for your customer attraction. Okay, these kind of things you should be know before you getting into the development of your business plan. Here are some examples, like one page examples. I like to okay, we'll go summary afterwards. I would like to open another PPT. Okay. Here is an example for a complete business plan. I told you already, complete business plan is more than you can make it in a document as more than 30 to 35 pages, and then if you want to make it as a PPT, it comes around more than 50 to 60 slides. It's a complete business plan. It's only used for your for the business owners and business developers. This kind of people, they can use it for things. And then if you want to share something with your employees, like low management people, if you want to disclose something information from your complete business plan, you can just remove it, and then you can share the particular business plan with them also. Okay, this kind of particular business plan, complete business plan, is used to improve your business by yourself. Okay, say okay, for example, you can see the slide. So it represented as it's just example for an executive summary. What is the type of your company? What's the type of your business? And then what's your product? What is the different kind of product and name of your company? It represented as a sweet piece bakery and mission statement. They have made it as clear to be among the creative and innovative leader in the cupcake market. Like they want to become a monopoly in the cupcake market. Their vision is represented in a one or two lines. Same like you have to make your vision clearly, and then vision, we are committed to introducing new design and variety of flavors in our cupcakes. If we want to become a monopoly in a cupcake market, you need to do something, right? For that, they have introduced some new designs and new variety of flavors in their cupcakes. It's their mission statement. Like you see, it clearly represents their business plan, right? From mission and mission statement, you can get all those information of the businesses clearly, right? These kind of things, which will easily impressed by the investor, and they can proceed further. So this vision and mission statement is very much important for any businesses to be carried out. And then next, just a minute. Okay. And what's their objective, how we are going to do that, measurable milestones. It represents measurable milestones, and then based on how about the services have to be done, these kind of things you have to mention it in your particular complete business plan, and then business address, and then telephonic number, and then location plan, from which you are going to start your business, from where you are going to start your business. The particular place is better for your customer base, better to capture your customer base. This kind of information you can also add it in your complete business plan. Okay, it's an example of complete business plan. Please make it out. And then the type of building. If you have a infrastructure information, if you're having a company, if you're having a commercial setup, you can also represent, you can also mention all those information, like what about your infrastructure, what about your equipments having, what are the equipments you are having, what are the things you are having in your company. These kind of information also you can add it out. And then organization structure, in that executive summary you can write all this information under executive summary, and then analysis phase you can uh, make it clear all those information, like organization structure, like general manager, administration manager, different kind of manager, and then how many members are there in that particular managing post, like general manager, numbers, sorry, how many general managers, how many administration managers. These kind of things you have to mention it in a administration panel. And then what is their role, particular what's their task and responsibilities, you can also mention it in your complete business plan. From these things they can easily understood about their task and responsibilities, then they can easily work on this basis, right? Like it's like a 5-year cycle, this kind of things, Japan's ikigai, these kind of things that motivates, that pushes our employee to work towards their our industry goal, right? These kind of things also lead to gives a better clarity about their work and roles and responsibilities, right? These kind of things you can mention it in your complete business plan. and then their remuneration details. For if you are going to rest, if, as a business owner, if you want to take some rest, or if you want to do something further, or if you want to change your work, you need to give the particular company to any CEO, some other CEO, or some other people from your top management end, right? So they want to know what is the remuneration for the all the people in our company, what's the expenses in our company. These kind of things they need to know, right? This complete business plan for a CEO or CFO, this kind of people, they can easily utilize it. They can easily get those information from a particular business plan you have shared with them. Okay, and then what are the equipments we have, like office furnitures, office fittings, administrative, what is the budget, what is the expenses we have done, and then what about our marketing plan, and then what are the products we offered, price of the product, and then like demonstration of our product, like picture demonstration, graphical demonstration, these kind of things you can also add it in your complete business plan. And then what's your target market, market size based on information about your market size, information about your competitors, information, and then if you have a competitor, what's their strength and weakness, what's their this kind of information you can also note it down in your particular business plan. And then market share, and then about your customers, about your customer retention, these kind of all details you can also add it in your particular business plan. And then sales forecast, like how we are going to sell your product, what are the strategies that you have used to sell your products, these kind of stuff. And then marketing strategy, price, product, and promotion, like how we are going to do, what are the ways you have to do. If you're having a different kind of social media presence, like LinkedIn, Instagram, these kind of stuff, how we are going to do, and that things. This kind of information is also you can mention it in your complete business plan. And then promotion strategy, what are the brochures we have, what are the different kind of magazines we have, we introduce, what are the different kind of signboards, banners, business cards, sales promotions from the past and present, these kind of all stuff, like marketing stuff, materialistic stuff, you have to be mentioned it in your business plan as an image or as a documentation. Anything based on the documentation you have to represent your complete business plan. And then you have to stitch it your, or you can make a picture of your business card in your business plan. And then what are the budget and what are the expenses, and then operational plan, what are the different kind of operations you have done. These all the details about your operations, process flow chart, how we are going to do from scratch to from raw materials to final product. What are the process involved, what are the equipments involved, how the process is going on, if any malfunctions, if any flaws is there, what we can do. This kind of information also you can mention it in your particular complete business plan. And then production planning, how we are going to do production planning. Then raw material equipment, operation personnel, daily roster, like a checklist, remuneration, attendance details, like this kind of information. All operational equipments, food and beverages, what are the things we provide for our employees and employees, these kind of things. And then other equipment budgets, all kind of budgets. And then space layout, our blueprint of our company or industry, and then our suppliers information. These kind of information is also very important for a top management people. And then financial plans, based on the costing, finance, like expenditures, expenses, based on all the kind of financing based projections, all should be mentioned in your particular business plan. And then break even point, in certain point of time you will not get get a profit and loss. Like in certain point of time you will not get those profit and loss from your product or services. In that certain point of time, it might be goes up or it might be goes down. In that certain point of time is called as the break even point. This break even point, it only demonstrate about your product and services, how we are going to, how it's going to do, or how we need to do it better. This kind of information you can easily get from your break-even point, saturation point, and then cash flows, cash inflow, cash outflow, how much cash inflows there, how much cash outflows from our company. This kind of information, all this kind of information we can like income statement. All this kind of information should be mentioned in your particular company and balance sheet, expenses, and you should be like how it's balanced in your about your financial projections, and then financial analysis, liquidity rate, efficiency, profitability, and solvency. What is the ratio? Like these kind of all stuffs, all things, it might be included in your complete business plan. As I said, this complete business plan is only for a top management people and a business owners. If you want to remove something from this business plan and you want to disclose some information from your employees, you can just remove it and give it to your business employees and other people who are working behind of you. They are in a middle level management. You can share with them. They can easily understood their roles and responsibilities. They can easily understood the, what are the equipments they have. These kind of information they can easily get from your that particular business plan. If you want to develop a business plan, if you are a startup or if you want to attract investor for your startup, you need a different business plan. That business plan is not this much big. Like this kind of information, we're not able to represent it in that particular business plan. We need some kind of information that is enough to attract your customers. Because as a startup or as a business owner, you can get minimum 3 or 5 minutes, or you can even get 1 minute from your investor. In that certain point of time, you have to represent your idea more clearly and more precise and more concise. So in that point of time, you need a better business plan with a lower information. Like what are the information that investor need? That only you can represent it in your business plan. For that, I would have some example. Okay. Uh, so here is one example. Okay, their company name is Five Sister Bakery logo. They want to generate funding for their startup. Okay, they want to generate funding for their startup. That's why they make a better business plan. Like it's only for investors, or it's only for attractive customers. What are the things they need to consider? It will be represented as based on the content. We need to enter this content. If you want to make it as a PPT, you can you should not waste your slide with this kind of such things. Just to represent your synopsis. What are the synopsis is that? What's the my problem I have taken? What's my solution? Impact of the solution, application, and this kind of things you have to should be entered it in your particular in business plan to attract investors, right? So it's like a one document. It's like a it sounds like a PDF document. It seems like a PDF document. That's why they have taken some kind of information to attract customers. First one, you have see the executive summary. First topic is executive summary on the sorry. And then they have introduced themselves, like they have written up their introduction, and then they write about their company, and then they write about their market, and then they have represented their vision, their mission, and then key to succeed, how they are going to succeed that particular vision. This kind of information they have mentioned it in the executive summary. This particular business plan is only for an investor and other customers, because it's having a lesser amount of information that I have said before, right? It is not a complete business plan, it's for investors. You have to understand those differences. Okay, well, they have introduced themselves, company, market, vision and mission, and the key to success, how we are going to succeed. This kind of information they have added in their particular business plan. And then they clearly summarize about their company, about their location, about their customer base, about their market, and this kind of information should be included. It should be included in your particular business plan, which you use it for your investors. And then based on the location, they add some photos like Google Map photos, something like that. And then what about your startup summary? How your startup emerges? Like what's the investment you have capital? Like what's the investment you have started? Initially, how you get started? Like bootstrapping, if it is bootstrapping, how many investment, how much you have invested, and what about the directors? How many directors are there? These kind of information also should be mentioned in your business plan to share with the investor. Okay, and this done, then it's done. Like in that executive summary, they have introduce themselves and their company. Okay, it's done, and then they directly come into their product. Like in the product, you can reveal about your problem taken, and then what's your solution, and then impact of your solution, and then application of your solution. You should this kind of video should be mentioned it in the product or service that we have to take, what we are going to do. This kind of information should be in the next slides or next pages. Okay, they have mentioned the products. And then if you have any novelty in your product, if you have any innovation in your product, you can mention it clearly. If possible, you can also use it represented as a video or image purpose like this. They have one special product. They make it clear more, and they make it more precise like this. It's also very important to attract investors. Okay, and then their product menus. This product menu, it clearly representing their revenue model, like how they are going to what the expenses they need to develop, or they need to prepare a particular product or service, and how much they can get a profit from selling of their product. This kind of information, this kind of revenue model is very important. These kind of things only all investors are looking for. This revenue model, what's the expenses and what's the profit you get from your product, and what is the profit margin, how long last, how it's what about the nature of a long lasting about survival, about adaptation, about flexibility, about reliable, about these kind of information only as an investor they need to know. Like they didn't action fact in this instance is investors are investing only on your idea. Like if it's worthy to multiply his investment amount only, he will invest, right? If the investor is not only investing your idea is a great idea, hey man, what an idea, man, they can even consider your idea is a novelty or innovation. They can even consider your idea is a big or small. They only consider, if I put something in your idea, I need to multiply it. If I put something like 1 lakh in your idea, or if I put 1 crore in your idea, how much I can get benefit from my investment. Like if I put 1 crore, if I can get more than 2 crore or 3 crore, then he is easily satisfied. He is easily attract your product. Either like not a thing, like if your idea is good for yourself, like it's not a big deal for any investor. If they want to invest something, they expect multiply of their investment. It's a fact. It's a fact thing. So based on this information, you need to make out precise and make it out. Business plan should be more clear. And then if you have done a SWOT analysis, you can mention it those details. What is the strength, the weakness, opportunities, and threat. And then if you have any license, if you have any patent, if you have any IP based rights, you can also mention it in your business plan. And then like how we are going to market needs, target and market, and then what about your competition, what about your competition edge, what about your unique selling point, what about your unique value propositions, and then how we are going to do, what about your customer segments, and These kind of information you also mentioned it in this kind of business plan that shared with your investors, and then sales strategy, and then marketing information about marketing, how you are going to do promote advertisement, this kind of information, and then management summary, like break-even analysis, profit and loss, this kind of information, like total revenue generation model you have to represent in your business plan, because this revenue generation thing only attract the customer towards your product or service, right? This only very main important thing. Okay, and then references is not a must. Like you have to, it just a nothing is nothing reference. Okay, then conclude your idea with the what is the you are going to do and what you are going to expect it to be in the future. This kind of information only enough to get the information from the investor or from investments, like this kind of things. Okay, it's a kind of example for an investment kind of plan or business plan model for attracting the investors. I would like to give you some topics that like I have been acted as a mentor, and I have been acted as a jury member for a lot of hackathons and lot of MSME and lot of UNICEF based hackathons and lot of central government hackathons and state government hackathons. And they expect some things from industrial persons or entrepreneurs or startup builders. That information I would like to share with you. They expect minimum 10 to 12 slides. Okay, they expect minimum 10 to 12 slides. Even investors also expect 10 more than 10 slides or 12 slides. On that 10 slides or 12 slides, you have to represent about yourself first. What's your company and what's your mission or mission? These kind of things you have to mention it in a one slide. Okay, and the next slide you have to you have to precisely, briefly introduce about your problem that you have taken. What's the problem you have taken? These kind of things you must be mentioned it in a problem slide. It must be in like it's like in a small paragraph or in terms of points. Just to use it for one slide, and then next one is a solution. Uh, Write down about your solution, how it impact, and then what are the applications, how we are going to use your solution for resolving this particular problem. You can use that 2 slides, more than 2 slides for this solution purpose. And then next thing is, what's the innovativity or what's the innovation in your product, right? If you want to start, if you want to become an entrepreneur, if you want to become a startup, there is some novelty. They expect there is some novelty in all competitions. They expect there is some novelty or there is some innovations. So, investors in such a case they expect about the revenue model only, but in a competition they expect innovations and novelty about your product. You can mention it in your particular PPT. Okay, particular pitch deck. Okay, and then next. Competitive edge. If you are having an innovative, if you are having an innovative, on that you are having a particular competitive edge among your customers as well, among your competitors, right? You have to mention it in a one slide. What is the what's your unique selling features, like unique selling points, unique value propositions, and this kind of things they can easily attract towards your idea and of your product or service. These kind of things is very important. You can use it in you write down in a 1 or 2 slides. And then next thing is how you are going to do. Like if you have an idea, you have a product or service, how you are going to do. Like what about your customer segment, what about your market, what about your sales and promotion strategy, how we are going to do this kind of things all comes under a proof of business or a proof of concept. These kind of things you can write them up in your PPT. It might be represented in 1 or 2 slides, maximum 2 slides. Okay, and the next thing, write about your revenue model. Revenue model, it's very important for any investors or any competitions. They definitely look out for a revenue model. If you want, if you need something, like if you want to get funding from a central government scheme or state government scheme or from the investor, they invest something. Like if you want to invest 10 lakh For this 10 lakh, you need to break down it. Like why you this how you are, and how many ways you have to utilize this particular amount. In what are the ways you have utilized this particular amount 10 lakh for your development of your product, because they need to know how you are using their money for the development of your product, because they're giving money for your development of your product and service only. They did not give you for your idea. They did not give your personally. They give money for the development of your product and service only. So they want to know, they have the rights to know about the what you are going to utilize and what are the ways you are going to utilize their amount. And then this breakdown of expenses, breakdown of investment details, they might be they must be wanted those informations as well. And then revenue model, like what is the expenses for the particular piece of product. If it's a dozen, expenses for a meeting or like a production of a dozen of products. And then what is the profit you can get from selling of those particular product, like what is the net profit and gross profit. This kind of information which comes out under a particular revenue model. So and then last one is the conclusion. How we are like these kind of information you are selling is a it's true is your knowledge and belief, and you are telling information are all true about your knowledge and belief. This kind of like declare something, and then you conclude your PPT with all those information you have taken before. Like you need to this kind of particular pitch deck. This is called a pitch deck. This kind of particular pitch deck, they can easily attract customers or scheme owners or government personnel, attract your idea or attract towards your idea, and they can easily proceed with the funding process. Okay, this is very much very important for any business entrepreneurs or startup owners, emerging startup owners, or any scratch from they want to become an entrepreneur from scratch. This is very important. Like okay, so this business plan development, like this business plan preparation, it's very important for all people, those who want to become a businessman or those who want to become an better entrepreneur. Or if you are already a businessman or if you are already an entrepreneur, you can also use it for the upgradation of update of your company or upgradation of your idea, like that. So you need a better business plan to make it more to make more clear about your idea to your investors and to employees, all kind of people. They need some kind of information from you, from your side. That information you can give it as a business plan. It might be very helpful, very useful to walk towards it. Okay, it's very important, and hope I have gives some information. Like it's actually a very big thing in this particular one and a half hours. I hope I have delivered something about this particular business plan development. If you have any doubts, you can unmute yourself and you can ask. Thank you. If you have any doubt, you can unmute and ask, please.
Thank you, Mohammed Sharif. Because it is a vast area. As a financial management people, we know that it is a vast area. He tried to cover all these things within 2 hours. Sorry, one and a half hours. So thank you very much for your elaborate presentation. Any clarifications? I saw in the chat box all the people are saying that it is a nice presentation. Jai, any clarification? Because it's a vast area, we have to read ourselves. The project report has to be read ourselves. Because it is a vast area, it includes all the financial terms. Am I right? Mohammed Sharif, am I right?
Yes, sir, sure.
Right. It is all financial terms, you have to get familiar. So any clarifications?
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Fasil, sir, go ahead.
Sir, good morning, sir.
Sir, good morning, sir.
How are you? Fine, sir.
Yeah, I am good,
Actually,
sir. What about you, sir?
I have listened all the presentation slides about the business plan.
Okay.
And I think the elements in the business plans are executive summary, company description, products and services, market analysis, market strategy, financial and budget. Everything I have learned from you. But
Yes, thank
that
you,
is,
sir.
I have some, not a doubt, but I have some questions in my mind, in scrolling in my mind.
Okay.
So business, how does our business, what problem does our business solve, and how our business generate income, and which parts of the business are not profitable, and in according to the cash flow, no cash flow, the cash
Yes,
flow
sir.
is positive each month. These are the some questions scrolling in my mind. So if
Okay, okay,
suppose if
okay.
anybody have some doubtful like this on the business plan, as an entrepreneur you have done a lot of things in the part of entrepreneurship and development. So how will you solve this kind of questions? So one who has raised this question, sir, it's not a
Yeah,
doubt, it's not a doubt, and it's my questions, that's all.
give me a clarifications.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay, sir. Sir, actually, sir, from my experiences,
Mm.
if you identified one problem, you cannot easily get a particular solution for your problem. You need to learn more about the problem, and you have to analyze more about your problem. Then only you finalize with some solution, like some possible solution. From that possible
Okay.
solution, you need to pick a better solution. So for this process only, we need to spend our enough time, like before we get into the business or before we get into the startup. We are from if anyone from scratch. I actually started from scratch, sir. So if anyone want to start it from scratch, please need to spend more than a 1 year, like if they want, if it is possible, they need to learn more about the problems, only spend 2 to 3 months only, like if in case it's a big deal for you, like spend 2 to 3 months for a particular problem. You have to learn it, sir, first, and then you have
Okay.
to clear it, make it out which solution is better to resolve that particular problem. You have to frame it out, and then based on the solution, you need to, if possible, you need to develop a prototype. If possible, if cannot possible, you have to return up your idea, right, and then
Mm.
ask more than 20 or 30 common people. Sir, I have this idea. Okay,
Okay.
if
Okay.
I make it as a product or service, do you buy or do you want? You need to get those information from a direct customers, sir. Like if possible, you can convert it to as a prototype. Then you can ask for a feedback, and you ask for a opinion from the common people. Or if you have an idea, just written up on your, like based on a survey, written survey. Just write up your idea with people and just collect the information from a 20 to 30 people, like common people. This most important, like you have shared your idea with another people, those who are in same field. It might be a very dangerous for you when you are coming out, but you have to share with your customers, like who are
So
the
first,
customers that are
first we
taking
get
that
into the
people.
business, no? First we get
Yes,
into the
sir.
business, and by experience only we will learn this lot of things, I think, I guess.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because it
Because
involves a lot
lot
of
of
financial
startups and layoffs.
Yes, yes.
terms
Yeah, a
and
lot of startups and layoffs are a lot of status not emerged due to this particular reason, sir. They didn't get an opinion from their customers itself. It's very much important. Like
Yes, yes.
we have difference of opinions. Like we also have a different of opinion. If I have an idea, we can't. You might be think this idea is not working for me. It's not available for me. So you can get a clear information. You can get a clear detail where you can get the detail is from your customers only. So directly reach the customers or directly reach the common people based on the, based on the democratic principles, like that, sir. You can get a
Okay.
clear information from your, after you get a clear information from your those customers or those who are tried your prototype. Then only you can proceed further with the final product or final something, sir. They might be some
Okay.
suggestions they given, recommendations they have given. Based on those, you have use it to improvise your product and make it as a final product set. So it's a
Okay.
basic thing. Like any startups or any businesses, when comes out like this, they will get succeed. So if they works very well, they will get succeed, sure. So
Okay.
based on
Okay.
this, we need to develop our idea. After developing our idea, we have all those confidence, but that confidence is not useful to produce those particular entity. But these kind of informations, this kind of surveys, this kind of feedbacks only will make our confidence more further, and then we can push forward to make it as a bigger entity, sir.
Okay. 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 Thank you so much, sir.
That is
Thank
the
you.
And
reason
sir, you
why
have
people are
given a lot
moving to
of
the help of auditors.
yeah. Yes, sir. Actually, for the couple of days, no, your presentation was very wonderful and fantastic. We learned a lot of things for the couple of days from you, sir. Thank you
Thank you,
very
sir.
much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
Any other clarifications from the participants? Any other clarifications? Please reply. Any other clarifications? The other guests have joined, but unfortunately he has left out. He will join immediately. Any other
Yeah, okay, sir.
clarification?
Okay. Okay. Do you have any clarifications? Tell, sir, because the other
Yes,
resource
it
person
is
is waiting, I
vast.
think.
No, no, no. He has left out. Let him come. It is a vast area. Again, I'm saying it's all include of financial terms. We should know what Mohammed Fazil sir had told us. Cash flow, in fund flow, everything we have to know. That's the reason why people are moving to the auditor to prepare a business proposals.
Exactly, sir. Exactly.
Because it is a projection. That's all. Business proposal is a projection of your business.
Correct, sir.
How we are going to do, how you are going to invest, how you are going to get back your money, right? In how many years we are going to get back. All these things is a budget, mini budget, but
Ac- ac-
uh, yes, sir. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead,
Actually,
sir.
it's a business art, sir. Business art.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah, yes, sir. It's like an art, sir.
Sure.
It shows the way where where we have to go, how we are going. All these things is a business
Yeah.
proposal. Otherwise, we doesn't know where we are going, where we have to stop, how we are going to
Yeah,
raise
sir.
our
That's why
funds.
that insisted to told that this one it might be it should be flexible. If you want to adapt, if you want to change something, your project plan or business plan should be flexible. Then you can only adapt to the particular situation, particular things right now. Then only I came up with an example like Nokia. It's very important. We have all those confidence. We have a better business plan right now, but after 2 days, but after 1 week, it might be changes. For that, we need to more flexible and adaptable. And if you want to survive in this society, we need to keep on aggressing on all those information we get day by day. That's why all the business tycoons are eagerly waiting for a better technology or better investments in their future. Like, for example, Adani also invested in EV technologies. Ambani also invested in EV technology and 6G wireless networks. This kind of for future things, futuristic things only makes any businessman or any entrepreneur to become an eminent in future. Like they are also eagerly waiting for a these kind of things. This come out very well. This is very important to land it in our future. For example, in cryptocurrencies, like before 10 to 11 years, there is no value for a cryptocurrency, but now Bitcoin is nearly 30 lakhs. Before 11 years, Bitcoin is zero. Many people declare as a waste. It is a waste of time. But in future, we all need a physical currency. We all don't want to use a physical currency. We all governments also not wanted to use a physical currency. They are also going under a digital currency sector. So on that particular point of time, they need this kind of technology. So they understand the value of the particular product, particular service. And right now is 30 lakhs. In more than after 10 years, it might be goes around 60 lakhs, 70 lakhs. Like it's a very big deal. It's a very big thing. We need to understand our future, and we are also keen on updating ourselves and our businesses also. So it's very, very, very important for any business or any person lives in our world. It's very important.
Super, sir.
Thank you so
Super,
much
sir.
for your
Because other things are different. No, these are related all to the finance. Everybody are running for the money in this world.
anyone, or shall we move on to the next session?
So okay, thank you all,
Thank you so much,
sir.
Sari, for your excellent and viable presentation with enthusiastic presentation. Thank you. All the best in your life. God bless
Thank you, sir. Thank you all. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, sir.
So, dear participants, now we are moving to the second part of the today's FDP program. The topic is cost of project, sources of finance, profitability, and the break-even point, working capital assessment. It is all in one part of that business plan. So now we will call Mr. Dr. B. Narishman once again to introduce our chief guest, introduce our resource person today. Sir, Narishman sir, are you there or? Narishman sir? Chief guest, our resource person is waiting. Dr. Narishman sir? He only replied. Dr. Narishman sir? He only replied that he is interested. Every day he only introducing the resource person. Anyone is interested? It's already we have shared it in the WhatsApp. So anyone? Anyone that to introduce our resource person? Dr. Narishman sir is not available. Are you able to hear me first? Or simple I am talking. Anyone please reply whether you are able to hear my voice.
Yes, sir.
Voice is getting here.
Okay.
Voice
Okay.
is getting here, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Kannan sir. Dr. Kannan sir is the only person, and Divya ma'am has also replied. Oh. Okay, we will start. I don't think so, Dr. Nava. What happened to Dr. Narishman sir? I hope we will start the program as a resource person is waiting. So, very good morning. I am happy to introduce our Dr. R. Ramachandran, Field Coordinator and ILO Trainer, EDI Tamil Nadu, Madurai. Right? He has completed his MBA, MSc Psychology, MCOM, MPhil, PhD. And I am happy to invite Dr. Ramachandran, who is my good brother. First of all, I have to thank you for acceptance. And we have heard about Dr. Mr. Shivabharati. All these team have helped us to get all these trained resource persons from EDA Tamil Nadu. So once again, on behalf of the participants, I thank Shivabharati sir and Dr. Ramachandran for giving a wonderful resource persons. So now we have. So with this introduction, I request our resource person to handle the session.
Yes, sir. Happy morning, everyone gathered here. It's a great day. It's a pleasant experience too. Right, when I was joined as a field coordinator in Madurai Kamaraj University in 2019, right, and 2020, I've been engaged as a resource person for the first time in Mannar Thirumalai Naikar College. Right, after a long gap, right? In 2020, I'm being engaged as a resource person in, that's the first program for me. It should be organized through Manna Thirumalai Nayakar College. Actually, DSC sponsored Women Entrepreneurship Development Program. Right? So after some period, it has happened through that virtual program, and after a long gap, it's again a virtual program, and it should be connected through Manna Thirumalai Nayakar College. It's a good synchronization between me and as well as Manna Thirumalai Nayakar College. It's a great thing. I have to share in front of that eminent personalities here. And in this occasion, I would like to thank the coordinator, Anboli sir, who is my good brother and who is engaging with me for many occasions, and who is going to coordinate this program for the upcoming days also. And many resource persons have been engaged by him. And it's one of the great opportunity for me to in front of the experience of my entrepreneurship journey for this 5 years. And also, I'd like to thank Niranjan ma'am for coordinating this program, and also other faculty members, Meenakshi Devi ma'am and Sophia ma'am, who is coordinating Entrepreneurship Development Cell of Manna Thirumalai Nayakar College. And also one of my brother who is right now working, Venkatesh sir. So all their support only I mean here as a field coordinator, as a regional coordinator, and now as a master trainer of ADATN. It's a great thing that this achievement cannot be done with the help of all from that BBA department of Manna Thirumalai Nayakar College. Thanks for the opportunity given. And also I'd like to thank my brother, right, Shivabarthi sir. You know about Shivabarthi sir, right? நாங்களாம் இந்த நிலைமையில இருக்கோம் அப்படின்னா எங்களை உருவாக்குனவர் யாருன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா சிவபாரதி சார். So with this occasion, happy occasion, I would like to thank Shivabarthi sir for giving that opportunity in 2020 and also the same opportunity in 2023. So thank you Shivabarthi sir on this occasion. With this I can go on with that. The topic should be assigned for me. That should be cost of projects and should be sources of finance, profitability, and break-even point as well as working capital. So these are things we have to discuss on today's session. But before that, my brother has shared a lot of things with you. Right, Mohammed Sharif is my good brother as well as a good friend also, and he is running a own concern called Startup Dump. Right, he's a good entrepreneur and good innovator, and who is doing a lot of things for the development of the society. And right now he's working towards that concept called cryptocurrency also. So that's why he shared how that Bitcoin value have been raised in Indian markets. It's a global market also, it should be raised right now. So he can share a lot of things towards business plan. Right. So as we know about that, it's a fast moving world, right? Fast moving world. We cannot have so the many things may be transformed right now. Right. One example is it should be whether we cannot stand in a bank for a long queue for withdraw that money. Right. Even right now we cannot use that money called fiat currency. India is the only country in the globe right now using that fiat currency concept. It should be in terms of coins as well as in terms of rupee notes, paper notes. Other countries right now, it's some developed nations in the globe, they go for different forms of currencies right now. It should be a cryptocurrency, a Bitcoin, some other different things we use in developed nations. So the development is major right now in fast moving world. We cannot stand in a long queue for withdraw money. We are using that once upon a time, we are using that challan for withdraw money, and then it should be transformed to the check, and it should be ATM. And right now we are using many UPI platforms, Unified Interface Payment System, UPI. Right? So the updations in everywhere is happening right now. Right now, the brother Mohammed Sharif has shared about business plan preparation. Business plan is one of the very interesting concepts. It's we can call it as a Google map for the business. Right? As we know about what is the benefit of Google map when we are navigating through unknown area. Right? So it will guide us, it will navigate us, and it will help us to reach the correct destination in a correct path. That is the advantage of Google map. And likewise, a business plan is also like a Google map for the business. How it guides means it will help you whether where we are and where you want to go in the upcoming stages in your business. So it covers all the things, right? So business plan is not the excellent concept, but right now this business plan is using. It's a very difficult question, right? We can state that many advanced tools are there towards business plan. It's a business model Canva is there, and right now it should be one of the interesting concepts called problem statement Canva is there. Right? So everything should be moved right now. Right? So you know about the basic things regarding business plan. Brother stated very well. I am also attended that session, full session. Right? It's a many more information have been shared by him regarding the business plan importance. And in continued products, I can continue the some things regarding that cost of projects and sources of finance. As we know about finance is the lifeblood of every business. Without finance, can we run the business? Means it's a very difficult question. Traditionally, we state many businesses, right, in India as well as in Tamil Nadu or else in the globe. So they can start the business with a huge investment or a little bit investment. Then they can have capture the market in a long term and they will success in a long duration. Right? So finance is very important in terms of business and cost of projects. Right? Cost of project in terms of how we can frame that budget for the business. Right? So it should be one of the things we can focus towards on today's session, and working capital and also break-even points and how we can earn a profit for the business. Because see, no entrepreneur cannot run a business with a loss. Right? The ultimate purpose of every business is earn a profit. The profit is very important thing for every business. That we can go on with that session. Let's continue towards business plan. I hope the slide is visible for everyone, right? Anyone? Is it visible?
Yes, Dr. Ramchandran, it is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. So before entering into the session, so some questions should be very interesting one, right? As you are all entrepreneurship development coordinators from academic institution, or else you are a faculty from an academic institution, right? So right now, government is spending a lot of money for regarding entrepreneurship. Right? So we know about that. Our current education system is also purely focused towards entrepreneurship, innovation, as well as creativity. Even right now, schools are focusing towards entrepreneurship. Right? So why it is important means we can know about we can have to answer these questions. The first question is, right? So as a faculty, when we are entering into the class for the first time in an academic year, so we can we can ask the student to give self introduction. In the self introduction, the student we can give some sort of things like what is your name, where are you from, and where you studied last, which institution you have studied, and what is your ambition. Right? So it's the main thing we can ask about what is the ambition. Right? So likewise, if you ask that ambition, they are saying many things. What can I do? Right? After completion of the degree, right, the ambition is a future goal. It's a futuristic vision, what they have to achieve in the future. The first and foremost thing, what can I do after completion of a degree? If you ask with the students, it's a big question mark, right? As we know about India, India is one of the fastest developing nation in the globe, right? And we state how long it is a developing nation means it is for past 77 years, right? Past 77 years in the globe, the only nation is still developing is India. Right? So the major problem in India is we can state is an unemployment, right? And also another thing is should be called as a population. As the faculty community, we know about India is number one in population in the globe. The major problem it should be called as a population, and based on the population, it should be called as an unemployment, and it should be called as an underemployment is also there. So unemployment we know about right. So in a classroom, out of 60 students, how many students can get a campus interview means it's very difficult. We can count numbers, 1 or 2 or 5 or 10. So that much of count only I have to get a campus placement. But out of 60 students, 5 got campus placements, and rest of them, what can they do? What can they do means they will go for higher studies, they go for private employment, and some of them will go for uh, uh, government exam preparation or government job, right? Rest of them, at least it should be 15 or 20% unemployed is there. So for that community, for unemployment, government is uh, towards one of the interesting journey. It should be called as an entrepreneurship, right? Entrepreneurship, right? So what business should I start after completion of the degree, or else right now here many of the faculties are here at Anna University. You know about Anna University. So Anna University is framed an excellent system right now, right? The faculty can run a campus company. Right? So it's a framework they have been framed through AICT. Right now, UGC also framing some regulation regarding campus company. A faculty have to run a business, right? So because as we are an educator of an entrepreneurship, so we can inculcate all those things. But the real experience only matters to convey what are the things we have to inform the students community. That's why uh, Anna University is framing an excellent system. Soon, many universities in
The Ramachandran, your voice is not there.
here what means there are a lot of different kinds of businesses are there, right? So one is it should be called as an normally said there should be three different forms of businesses are there. One is should be called as a manufacturing business and service business, and another material into
Voice,
finished products.
the Ramachandran, your voice is breaking.
Right, it's good, sir. Right now.
And now no issue. Thank you.
Fine, thank you, sir. Thank you. Right. So here, what business should I start? Means there are three different forms of business. It should be called as a manufacturing, and another thing it should be called as a service business, and another thing it should be called as a trading business. So three different forms of business are there. Right? So as which business is having lot of scope, it depends upon the market conditions. It depends upon the investment category, and it depends upon the novelty in terms of business. And second thing, as we state that finance is the lifeblood of every business. So shall we start the business without money? Means it should be quite difficult. But traditionally we can say every business without investment we cannot start. Right? And right now in the modern era, it's completely different. So it can we get a grant? Means definitely we will get a grant. Right? So grant is different from business loan or subsidy. It is different. So completely it can like a free money given by government or many incubation center is there, and government bodies are there. They are providing some money for starting the business. Right? So how I can get a grant? Means the one and only thing is to have a novel idea. If you have a novel idea, definitely novel idea should be called as an innovative idea. If you have an innovative idea, definitely government will ready to provide a grant, as well as they are ready to provide a subsidy also in different modes. And third and foremost important question is which business will earn a lot of money. A lot of businesses are there. So which business will earn a lot of money? It depends upon the marketability, scalability, and depends upon customer needs. And the fourth question, is there a market for the business? Right? How we can identify that market? Right? It's a $1 million question. Is there a market for a business? Means right? We can analyze whether what kind of market is there, whether customer are ready to accept in that market. For example, right? So in a village, can we start a pizza corner? Means that village people doesn't know what is pizza. In a developed city, in an IT company, nearby an IT company, can we start a pizza corner? Means definitely it will have a market, because that people know about what is pizza and how easily we can take in. So these and all is very important for analyzing that market. And fifth thing is, can I profit market? Right? The for most important thing for every business is we can know about that Profit is the ultimate thing for every business. So without profit, any concern cannot be run in the long run. And last thing, what about e-commerce? So e-commerce, as we know about every businesses right now is going to sell their products or selling their products in the market through electronic mode. Right? As in the modern situation, right, we don't buy any by going through the shop. Right? Right now, last week we celebrated Diwali. So in the Diwali situation, right, majority of products consumed by the consumer, that is 80% consumed by the consumer through electronic mode, through Amazon, Flipkart, even from Sivagasi, crackers can be sold through e-commerce mode. Right? Many cracker shops right now selling their product through WhatsApp or Instagram. Right? So they can through that electronic mode and they can deliver the product to their customers. So e-commerce right now is playing a in businesses. So this is the thing before initiating the session. If as an entrepreneurship cell coordinator or the faculty community, those who are interested towards entrepreneurship, so these questions you can ask with your students as well as you can ask with your fellow faculties. Those who are really want to become an entrepreneur, it will guide them, it will shape them to know about the importance of entrepreneurship. And it's Muhammad Sharif have been briefed about that business plan preparation. Right? So that project report is also very important in terms of business. So that project report provides necessary information required for the purpose of processing the proposal for financial assistance. Right? So, we cannot start the business fully by means of own investments. There are different modes of funding for a business. Right? We can start with bootstrapping. Bootstrapping is a very important concept, right? Bootstrapping in terms of own investment invested by a businessman for starting their own concern. Right? Likewise, how a man have to tie their lace for their own shoe. Likewise, for starting their own business, they have to invest their own money and starting their business. But right now, you can say that a huge competition is there in everything. Right? If you see near the street, assume it is 10 to 15 years back, there is no street. But right now, if you see, if someone open a new shop means immediately within 2 days, another person have to open. That much of competition is there, right? So every business right now, we can say that Amazon launched, Flipkart launched, Myntra launched, and Mizo launched. So every platform there is a competition is there. For satisfying the customer to survive in the competition, the one and most thing is we can have more fun for starting the business, for getting financial assistance from different domains. It should be a bank, or it should be an incubation center, or it should be through government, or it should be through private money lenders. Right? So the one and most important thing is, so we have to prepare a good project report. So that good project report gives a complete structure for your business and what is your business and what your business purely. So how long you can earn a good profit in the market. It's like a cycle for every business. So business is having as well as one of the best telecom sector in the Tamil Nadu, and it is #1 company in Tamil Nadu for telecommunication activities. But right now it is not in the markets. And business is having a cycle for every business. Right? So for getting financial assistance, the most important thing is, so we have to prepare a good project report, right? And second thing, right? What is the report? It able to provide a complete framework for the presentation. It have entire information about what you are doing and what is the financial activity and what kind of products you have to produce and who is your customer and who what is the problem statement you have to solve and what is the solution and how you can earn a revenue for your business. For example, right? I just ask one question in front of you, right? How Hotstar is earning money? Right now, we are tomorrow is having a big event called ICC Cricket World Cup 2023 Grand Finale. So we all are viewed at that final through television, or some of them, right? We are viewing it through Hotstar, Disney Hotstar. Recently, last match, there is 5.3 crore people watching through Disney Hotstar. Right? So how Disney Hotstar get revenue? Anyone? How Disney Hotstar get revenue?
Any participants, please reply.
Yes, sir. Right. So Disney Hotstar is one of the good platform right now. So we are viewing that many programs through Disney Hotstar. So the first thing, how they can get a revenue means by means of through subscription model. Right. Subscription model is one of the best thing. Right. So we have to spend some money for a 1 year plan, a 3 year plan, a 6-month plan, a 3-month plan. Different plans are there. Right. So the one of the most thing they can get a revenue by means of subscription model. And another thing, it should be very interesting. So when we are viewing the programs, right? So directly that cannot connect to the program. Before clicking to enter into the program, definitely it will have 15 seconds or 20-second advertisement is there. So from that advertisement also, Disney Hotstar is earning a lot of money. Right? So there are different modes of revenue for a businesses there. Right? So we cannot, ultimate thing is we cannot sell the product. From that only we cannot earn revenue. Different modes of income are there, right? For earning money for earning revenue for a business. Right? So the report contains entire structure. Entire structure, it shows what is your business, and what are the products you are manufacturing, and who is a customer, and where you have to sell the products, and finally it should have which mode you have earn a revenue. That project report saves some time, energy, reduce objection, and queries for the banker. Right. So if you had mentioned all those things in a good report, right, it will ease for the banker to go through all this process. And right now, if you go for a bank, there is an MSME loan section is there in bank also. Right, you can directly approach them and you can get some financial assistance. It's not fully, some financial assistance from the bank for starting the business. And who are all helping for that project preparation, that the cost of project preparation? The first and foremost thing is it should be called as a Small Industries Development Corporation. Right, everywhere CITCO is there. So in Madurai, if you go for CITCO, it is in that 4-way. Kanyakumari to Kashmir 4-way is there. Nearby that Trimangalam, that CITCO is there. So many in Madhatavani nearby also CITCO is there. So if you go CITCO, there is a government office is there. That government office is ready to provide all those supports for preparation of the project preparation reports. And also one of the another thing it should be called as district industry center is also there. DIC office is there. DIC office everywhere in every district, it's having district industry center is there. There are one manager is there in district industry center. Here in Madurai, I can give contact number here in Madurai district industry center manager. It should be called as Mr. Ganeshan sir is there. Is ready to provide support for small scale businesses. Right? Those who are having an interesting idea, right? Those who are having a good knowledge towards business, but they are having some constraint towards businesses, or constraint towards land, or constraint towards the purchase of equipment. Right? So DIC office is ready to support in all aspects by providing that financial assistance. And another thing, it should be called in DGTT, that should be called in Director General of Technical Development. Right? It is for technical assistance for business. For example, if you want to buy a new technology, or else if you go for IPR filing, other support, they are ready to provide in terms of that particular activity for project preparation. Some commercial banks are also there, especially for business development, like ICICI is there, IndusInd Bank is there, and FinCorp, HDFC. Right? If you go for every bank, right now, business loan section is separately arranged. Right? for helping businessmen to start the business. And what are the things which should be added in a particular document? The first and foremost thing, it should be called as in general information. And second thing, it should be called as in project description and market potential, capital cost. So we have discussed it briefly, and the sources of finance, and assessment of working capital, and other financial aspects, and economic as well as financial variable. Right. So before entering into the session, right, I just ask I think there is an accessible for using chat box for starting the business, or for starting an entrepreneurship business, or it's an innovative business. What are the things essential for starting the business? I think if you are having the chat box also, so kindly post it in the chat box. What are the things essential for starting the business?
Dear participants, kindly post it in the chat box.
So thank you, Kanan sir, for such a good message from
Only
you.
one person, the senior person, Dr. Kannan, is being active throughout the day, all the 11 days. But other people, I don't know what they are doing.
So happy to hear, sir. Such kind of participant is always needed for
Yeah,
a good program.
Dr. Mehul Rana has
Yes.
replied.
Mehul Rana mentioned that customer money. Good, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, don't mistake me. Being a keep on learner, as far as myself concerned, that is why I'm keep on learning from you. That is why I'm unable to give the reply then and there. So let me studying first, then realize and analyze it, and then only I can be given my feedback to you. But excellently, you are producing and giving your valuable reference to us. That's why I'm unable to give the feedback then and there. But surely I'm keen watching you. You are excellently presenting and deliberately. We are very much happy to hear your presentation. Thank you so much. At the final, I will be given my feedback to you surely. Thank you so much. Don't mistake me.
Thank you, Kanan sir. Thank you. Right, customer and money. With customer and money, we can start the business. Yes. Any other things needed for starting the business? Yes. So have a good business idea. Good, ma'am. Geetanjali, ma'am. Good. Thank you. And money and knowledge. Yes. So we have to have some sort of knowledge for starting a good business. If we are entering into any new business, we have some sort of knowledge for that kind of business. So if you go for any grocery shop, the owner who started the grocery shop definitely will work in a grocery shop for some period of time. Then only they can start such kind of business. Like good, sir. Good, Nadijalin, sir. Good. Thank you. Any other key aspects? Right. So some information have been shared by the people in as a participant. You can share many things: customer, money, business idea, money, knowledge. Right? So these are all needed for starting a good business, right? So like this, we just go on with these things. As we know about the success story of Ola, right? You know about Ola, right? Ola is one of the innovative business, right? That founder is having excellent thoughts towards that business, right? He faces one problem at a time, that is the journey going through an auto. That fare is not transparency when he was journeying through an auto. So suddenly he have a idea for starting a new business. Right? Likewise, he cannot start a business which is already available in the markets. That he wants to start a new kind of business. It should be uh, resolving the problem by the person who is already faced it. Right? So Ola he can phone with the software and connect with customer and connect with the persons who are having auto or taxi. And there is right now through Ola, there is a fair transparency is there, and also we can have a lot of advantages are there in the business. Right? So also as pointed out that these things are essential. That money is also essential, and customer is also essential. So because if you produce a product, then we have ultimate thing is we have to sell it in the markets. If no customer cannot like that product means it's definitely loss for the business. Right? That's why marketing is one of the important concepts, right? And the marketing ultimate purpose is that identification of customer needs and wants, what customer needs and what customer as a business, what we have to give it to the customer. So we just general information. So what are the general information? So what are the essential things when you prepare a cost of a project report? The first and foremost thing is name and address of an entrepreneur. Right? Who is the reason for that business, right? And qualification, experience, and other capabilities. Why qualification is essential means, so depends upon that qualification, the loan criteria may be differentiated. Right? So like one of the good scheme called needs. Right? New generation entrepreneurs, those who are the first generation of an first generation person in a family, and those who want a business, want to start a business, and those who also completed a degree, right? At least completed a degree. The government will train them and based on that they can analyze them to prepare a business plan, the training itself, and based on the evaluation of the business plan, they are ready to provide the financial assistance for such kind of business. And why they are asking experience means, because experienced person can handle all those things in a business. That's why they are asking experience and other capabilities what they are having. Like if they are having a land and machinery, or else a customer, or else they are having some sort of thoughts towards such kind of business activities. All the capabilities have been analyzed through that general information, and past performance and present status of the industry. Right? So how long they
Dr. Ramchandran sir.
organization.
Disturbance. Right, go ahead. We are not able to hear you, sir.
So Netizen had mentioned in chat box for solar energy consultancy, where we can get knowledge. Any idea, please? Yes, sir. It's regarding solar energy, right? Right now, right now we can have a huge advantage towards solar energy. Right now, we can in many academic institutions. If you visit Madurai Kamaraj University also, so we are having that excellent solar energy consultancy is there. Professor Ashok is coordinating that department, and if you want to visit here, he will guide you how we have to start that solar energy business, and and also we can he also guide you regarding that financial assistance from government, so through also tangent to and all the systems. If you want to visit Madurai Kamaraj University one time, definitely he will guide you, sir, in all aspects regarding that solar energy consultancy. So as we discussed about general information, so these are things that present past performance. So how long that person, that entrepreneur, is associated with a particular organization, and what is the present status of an organization right now, whether it's a sick industry or how long they are earning a profit. Right? So government is right now ready to rehabilitate the sick industry also. Right? That's why they are asking what is the status of the industry, like how long they are associated with the particular industry, and what is the profit scenario, and where they are selling their products. That is the present and past performance of an organization. And constitution or organization structure of an enterprise. Right? So whether it should be a single man business, other it should be a partnership form of an organization, or it should be one of the right now it should be an interesting concept called one man company. Right? So one man company is one of the interesting company, and also another form of an organization it should be called as a limited liability company is there. Different forms of an organization is there. Right? So what is the organization structure you have registered under Companies Act, Ministry of Corporate Affairs? So what kind of organization you have registered? And in case of partnership firm, they are asking about a registration certificate from district industry center in local district, whether you are registered for your business, and what are the range of products they are manufacturing. A single organization have to go for different range of products also there. Right? They are producing different forms of products are there, different quality products are there, and different size of products are there. Right? So what are the range of products they are producing? For example, if they are producing the spices, means spices company. Spices, which variety they are producing and how many range of products they are producing. They are asking with how many qualities are there, and what is the price for each and every product. So these and all they have to give a brief description.
Ranjan, sorry, your video has been stopped.
Right now it's audible, sir.
Yes. Signal issue.
Yes, thank you. So these are the things that should be have a general information. The second thing is it should be called as a project description. So project description. So as we go on with step by step, with the first information, it's entirely about the business owner, who is owning the business. Business it should be. And second thing, it should be called as for what project you have to get a money from that bank or else some sources. The first thing is it should be called as site, town, or number, etc. Right? So whether it should be a own land of you or else you have get a lease land. Additional for lease loan, lease whole land, there is some restriction for getting finance. And whether it is located in city or village or a corporation, that is also asked when you go for the project description in second line. Right? And second thing is it should be called raw material. Whether raw material have been produced by them, or else they can buy the raw material and they can import it from different sources. Like for example, right, I'm running a company which should manufacturing kiwi jam. Right? Kiwi, you know about kiwi fruit. Where kiwi fruit is cultivated should be from New Zealand. Right? So I am producing that kiwi jam. Where I have to consume that raw material means I have imported from the product from New Zealand. That's why imported raw material required for manufacturing the products. But for example, right, if you are producing the petroleum gas, that petroleum, so where we have to get petroleum means, so we have to import from Arabian countries. Right? So where we have to import that products, so license have been obtained for importing the products because for exim business, exim it should be called as an import-export business. A license is very essential for starting that kind of business. And sources of raw material. Right? So where we have to buy the raw material and how long it is available. For example, right, I'm running at a quarry. A quarry should have some period of life itself. Thereafter it should obsolete its life. So how long I have to get that raw material and whether it is easily available in all seasons. Some is not available. For example, right, I'm running a mango juice manufacturer. I'm a mango juice manufacturer. Right? So how long the source of raw material available means it's very difficult. Right? During the month of March to May only that mango is available. Rest of the period mango is not available. So we have to decide. So where the source of that particular product of raw material is available, and whether it should easily consumable, right? And what is the cost? If the cost of the raw material rise means that product is cost also rises. So depends upon that capability we have to fix about the raw material. And third thing is that skilled labor is available for our concern, right? So for example, right now many were that AI placing a major role, right? So whether for that advancement towards technology, whether we had such kind of skill labor for operating that kind of technology. If not means, so what we had to do. So whether the first and foremost thing, any labor enter into an organization, so we have to train the laborers. Right? So that's why for initially 1 month or 1 week or a leading organization, they go for 6 months of training for an employee. Right? And fourth thing, power. Right? So different sources, like different source of power is required. Recently, I just gone through one school innovation development project done by government school students. Right? So we know about where are the sources of electricity available. Means we generally state that coal electricity is there, and also we can right. Traditionally, it's just that solar electricity is also there, and some other forms of organization also they are producing electricity. But one of the interesting concepts from the school, government school students, right, so is having a good plan, good mindset, that is producing electricity through ocean waves from is going to produce an electricity. That's an interesting idea. Right now we are producing electricity through a dam. Right? A dam we can produce electricity, but dam, how long that water is available? For a particular duration only the water is available. Rest of the period, how we can produce that electricity? So wind energy is also there. So wind, it should some period only that we are having that huge wind. Other rest of the period we cannot have. But in ocean, every time that water is there, waves is there. So he's having a good interesting idea for production of that electricity. That so regarding that power, so where we have to get power and what is the supply of electricity, because it depends upon the mission capability that Tangent will ready to provide that power support for an organization. And next thing, it should some of the things like fuel and water and waste disposal, right? So waste disposal is very important, right? I just gone through one concern from uh, Metropolitan Corporation of Chennai, Greater Chennai. So they are collecting waste, and from that waste they are manufacturing something, right? They are manufacturing that fertilizer for crops from the waste itself. Right? So how we can dispose of that waste? Because if it's an organic, means definitely it will have some huge life for an organization. So how we can dispose of that waste itself? And wastewater management is also very important right now, and waste disposal management. These are different departments. You have get certification from each department for starting a small concern itself. An emission, whether we can release some gases, right, noxious gases, or it should have some physical damages, or it should have some physical ailments, right, or ailments. Or else, right now you can know about that company called Sterlite in Thuthukudi, right? So there is some emission is there. Once upon the time they stated, that's why they have the company are being banned, and right now they can have some sort of different things, and they can launch a business, right? So recently have prepared a pakka report for getting all those documentation for getting a financial assistance. This second thing, it should be called as a project description. The first thing, entirely about your business, and second thing, entirely about what is your concern, and it should have some communication system and transportation facility from nearby your business. So where you have to transport, and where whether nearby railway station is there, nearby bus station is there, and nearby any ocean is there, because of loading or unloading heavy materials like common facilities. So these things have been stated in a project description. Likewise, the technology selected and manufacturing process and balancing of plants, quality control. Right, quality control is very important. Right, what are the certifications you are having? For example, right, it's an ISO certificate, or it should be called as an AGMAR certificate, or it should be called as an BIS. If it is a jewelry shop, it's an BIS, right, and 916 KDM. So these and all certifications you have been getting for your business. And third thing, right, so you can describe about your and third one, it purely focus about market potential, right? Market potential. It should have it, you can have about demand and supply of your products. So how long your product is having demand, and when you have to supply your product in the markets, right? And it's purely focused about what's the product you are producing, right? So assume if it's a service company, how we can measure the service means, right? So how long we have to provide a service, and how long that customer have been expected our service from our business, right? And second thing, estimate the cost and price margin profits, right? So how we have to estimate the cost of a particular product. Different forms of costing strategy is there, right? So it should depends upon as an management or commerce faculty, you know about costing, estimation of cost, right? Should have direct material, direct labor, direct expenses, and some other indirect expenses also that it includes factory overhead, administrative expenses, So these and all you have been add up for estimating a cost of a particular unit of a product and the price. So price, it should different strategy of pricing is also there, right? It should have like this cost plus pricing. For example, right, the total cost of a product is 100 rupees. So with that you can add some plus profits. For example, 100 plus 10, 110. It's the price of a product. 10 rupees may be a profit for a particular product. There are different pricing strategies also there, right? Depends upon the demand in the markets, the price may be differentiated, and also some price discrimination strategies also there, right? Differential pricing for different customers, and third thing, it should be called as a marketing strategy, right? So how we have to capture the markets, right? And so how we have sell the product to the customers, and how we have to give the product to the customer by means of giving offers, discounts, other whether it should be promotional strategy, what we have to do in that markets, right? So how long we have stand in the markets, right? See that company called Geo, right? Geo is standing in the market still for a longer duration. For the past 7 years, they are standing in the markets because their marketing strategy is too good, right? They can provide offers lot of discounts, lots of new advantages for the customer, right? So what is the marketing strategy you have to follow? And whether after sales service is required, right? It should in terms of, right, mobile phone is also having insurance, so many of them know about that, right? Even if you broke a mobile, you can make a replacement, or else they are providing some sort of service if you need it. So everywhere for customer satisfaction, whether you can provide such kind of activities. Whether seasonal products, we can make it as a stocking in a godown for selling the product in a correct time, right? And the transportation of goods, how we have to transport the product to different locations in your business. And so we can state about the general description of the product. And second thing, it should be called as in project description. And third thing, it should be called as in market potential. And before going into capital cost, we had a small activity. Right? Again, we are informed to use the chat box, right? Tidal energy goods. So this is, I think this slide is visible for everyone, right?
Yeah, capital assets
this
and
is,
source of finance is visible.
This is a eliminating picture, and it consists of many animals and many living animals is there.
Sorry, Dr. Ramchanan,
spices is there.
the animal
Sir,
picture is not visible.
it's not visible, sir.
Yeah, capital cost and source of finance slide is only visible.
Wait, sir.
No issue, no issue.
Right, now it's visible, sir.
No. Only your face is visible. The screen is not visible.
Now it's, sir.
No, Dr. Ramchanan, sir. Still not visible. Only your face is visible. Are you just send it to WhatsApp to me? I will try to share. If possible. Now it's visible. Now it is visible.
Yes,
now
sir. Oh, fine, sir. Fine.
Thank you.
Right. So this is an animal which consists of different animals are there in this illuminating picture. But just go through it. Right. How many animals are there and how many living animals are there in this particular picture? Just use your chat box and comment it. So maximum how many is there?
Dear participants, kindly Put it in the chat box. Thank you. Thank you. Some of them.
Just 2 minutes. Just go through it in this picture.
If you have replied, other people, 8, 7, 7, 7, 9, 4. Any other people? Any other participants? Please reply. 7. 4 is wrong answer.
Right. So thank you. I think I just go on with many numbers are there. 9 and 4. Nedidilin sir from 4, and Megul Rana sir from 9, and Raja sir from 7. Geetanjali ma'am 7, and Manmohan sir 7, and Shiny ma'am is 8. Jay Banan sir 7. Right. So many numbers are there. Just go on with again. How many numbers are there? Right. So slide is visible, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay. Just see this slide. Right, next slide should have how many numbers of animals are there in this picture. Right, it should be 16 different spices are there in a small picture. Right, starting from fish to and end it's bad at 16 different spices are there in a small Illuminati picture. Skip this. right? So why we are mentioning that particular picture is the first and foremost thing for an entrepreneurship is identification of a problem, right? Identification of a problem is very important, right? So as the coordinators of entrepreneurship development cell are a faculty of an academic institution, right? So if you are an entrepreneurship educator for an institution, by giving information to the students about what is entrepreneurship, so you just inform your students about problem statements. The problem statement is very important, but if they have to identify the problem by means of societal things, right? So what is so I had one interesting problem recently when I go with the government departments, right? You know about that water tank, right? So in water tank, everywhere in cities, the huge size water tank is there, and that the capacity of that water tank is 4 lakh liters. I just go through with this information with them. Right? The capacity of the water tank is 4 lakh liters, and this is its full tank of water is 4 lakh liters, and they are adding some chlorine because it's a drinking water means they add some chlorine also, right? And they don't know about that how much of water is in there in a particular tank. Even for a full 4 lakh liters, they can put 400 gram of chlorine, and if it is 1 lakh liter water also there in a tank means they also put chlorine 400 grams of chlorine. They don't know about how much of water in a particular tank. So this is the problem statement they can mention. But resolving this problem, we just go this problem statement with the students from different colleges. A small, right? So we can put a water sensor inside the tank means it will indicate how much of water is there in a particular tank. Even because for 400 liters, 400 gram of chlorine is okay. For 1 lakh liters, again 400 grams, it will have a different taste of water. The water taste is not good. Right? That's why this kind of problem statement is very important in terms of entrepreneurship. Likewise, in a small, in, in, 65 animals just in triggering this activity among your students, right? The first and foremost thing is problem analysis, very important, right? We just go on with again that project report preparation for a cost of the capital, right? And the fourth step it should be called capital cost and sources of finance. But capital cost is an estimate. It consists of different capital items like what are the things in a particular organization. And the first and foremost thing is that what is the building infrastructure and what are the land thing it's owned by that particular business, and what are the plant and machinery they are having, and what are the assets. Likewise, companies having a bus for dropping their employees, but companies having a two-wheeler. A company is having some assets like electronic assets like AC is there in a company, or else something like a computer is there in a company. So what are the assets they are having, and how much they have been spent as a preliminary expenses for starting this business, and likewise a contingency question against the price rise. And in case for meeting the competition or to survive in the competition or in any immediate situation, any risk mitigation, what is the contingency they are having, and also margin of working capital for day by day operation, how much money they are having for running their business. Working capital and assessment of working capital requirements, right? So working capital requirement, it should be likewise what is the current assets they are having and what is the current liability they are having. In between the difference, it should be called as a working capital, and the limit of working capital assessment have been designed by Tamil Nadu government, right, or the government of India for financial assistance. It's a range between 25K to 2 lakh, right, for running a business on a particular day. And other financial aspects like it should be called as an project profit and loss account, right? Whether they are having that financial statements, that financial statement shows that what is the incomes and what is the outgoings for a particular business, and it goes on with profit and loss, and what is the revenue for the business, and how they can get a return on investment, and what is the period of return of investment. If, for example, I can invest in 1 lakh rupee for a business, and after how long I have to get that return from the particular business, I can have to state it clearly, and cost of production, right? What is the input and output, right? And how long the conversion process is there. For example, manufacturing a mobile phone, how long it takes. I recently visited one institution in nearby that Sivangai district, one education institution, and they are having a campus company inside that college itself. They are having a campus company, and the company name should be called as an AD & Co. Right? AD & Co. And what is the thing they are producing? They are producing headphones and that camera for virtual calls. For example, right now we are having virtual calls. So I am using a camera, I am using a headphone right now. Okay? So for this, they are having an excellent unit for production. And who are the employees of an organization means it's very interesting. Students of that college may be the employees. Right? Student can enter into that college by morning. They are having class up to 1 o'clock, and thereafter 2 o'clock they enter into an organization. It's really happening in Sivangai district. Right? They enter into an organization by 2 o'clock, and they are working in an organization up to 7 o'clock. 5 hours they are working. Right? The majority of the students who are working in an organization is belongs to hostel students. Right? Hostel students, and during per day they get 500 rupees revenue, salary, 500 rupees salary for working in an campus company, whether it is available. Okay. So this is should be called as a cost of production, right? So where they are produced and where they have to earn a revenue, and allied costs and profits, and balance sheet and cash flow statements. So balance sheet indicates the financial position of a concern, like whether it can stand, how long this organization may be stand in the market, whether they are having more liability rather than an asset, that they are having a small amount of asset, but their liability is too high, then how the business have been survived, then it should be converted into SIG or a rehabilitate institution, and cash flow statement and break-even analysis is very important. Right? Break-even analysis is a situation which indicates no profit or no loss point for a particular organization. And next thing, it should be called as an economic variable, economic and social variable. Right? It should have some sort of things like environmental changes, and how they have to mitigate that effluent and emission from an organization, and some of the state benefits like promoting employments towards different angles, like what Swiggy is doing. Swiggy is doing creation of an employment opportunity for different people. Right? For Swiggy, you can work for an entire day. You can work for a particular period of hours also. That should be called as a promotion of an employment among an organization between an employees. And import substitution is there. So how they have to substitute the product from different countries, or how they have to tie up through getting TIN number, trade identification number, and EXIM number, and promoting ancillaries and subcontract needed in development of area and establishment of unit in overall development in their area. So these are somewhat economic and social variables needed. So for preparation of that cost of that project report, right, we have 7 different things. So stating from a general description of your business, and finally it's ended up with social as well as economic variables, because right now government is purely focused towards sustainable development. Right? So it will not pollute any environment. It will have to protect the environment. That's why every business right now they are focusing towards greenish environments. And next thing, it's an interesting one. So how financing and enterprises. So financing, they have a need for financial planning. And what to answer in a financial plan for starting a business, how much money is needed. Right. So how we have make a plan for a business, how much money is needed. It's a difficult one. So we have to make a rough estimation. It should be called as, and again, we just go on business plan. In business plan or a business project, we have mentioned everything. what is the business, and who is a customer, and what is the revenue and what is the cost. That revenue cost match statement should be called as how much money is needed for the business, and where the money will come from. Where the money will come from means should be different sources of money is there, right? So two things. One is own investment, and another one is getting debts from different sources. Right? So own investment it should be bootstrapping or getting money from friends or relatives. So we can from that we can give it that money to different persons after when business earning a profits. And second thing, from outsiders through debt, it should be have a bank or financial institution, or right now government different agencies also there, and right now incubator is also there. Incubator, they are ready to provide money if it is a good business. And when does the money need to be available, right? Even right now if you have a government schemes like startup TN grant is there and startup India grant is there, when they get money means after making a brief presentation about your product and pitching your idea, right? After some sort of period, it should be 2 months or 3 months after only they have to sanction that money. And factors, so these are some different factors have been considered. Right? The first factor, foremost factors, there should be adequate money to pay purchase consideration. And the second thing, there should be sufficient capital to support business enterprises. Because at the initial stage, to survive in the competition, for example, I start a small cold drinks company. I start a small cold drinks company, which is soft drink company, not hard drink company, soft drink company. I started a small company, right? So how I have to compete with Coca-Cola? Coca-Cola, it's a standard company in the market for more than 25 years. They are standing in the markets. They are having supplying the product all over the globe. But I started a small concern in Madurai. So how I have to compete means it's a very difficult one. That's why that initial 3 months difficult. After it's surviving and success, will have some sort of niche customers. Some little bit customers may be addicted towards a particular product, and they will definitely buy that product in the competition. So, as stated about that capital in sources of finance, the different forms of things are there. So, based on the performance, it's a fixed working capital is there, and also a fixed capital and working capital. Fixed capital, it's stated fixedly. For example, for starting the business, I have to invest 10 lakh rupee. For example, for starting a cab running service, rental taxi company, I buy a car worth rupees 10 lakh rupee. It's a fixed capital. And working capital, it should be variated period by period, right? It depends upon the conditions. For example, to this much I need Diwali season, right? Last week Diwali season, crackers business is too demanded in the markets. For that particular period, before 1 month or 1.5 months back, I can full operate that machine full night, 24 hours it will operate, and many additional workers may be employed for meeting the demand of the customers. That should be called as a variation working capital. For a particular duration, I have to invest a long money for running that business. And different sources like long-term capital finance and short-term capital finance is also there. Long-term source of finance, again, we just go on with brief category. It should have a 5 or more years. If you have to repay within that stipulated money, it should be called as a long, and less than 1 year, it should be called as a short period. It's different things associated there. So, in source of finance. So, what are the different sources we have to collect the money for business? It should be internally we can collect, or outside the business we can also collect the money from sources. Internal, right, the first thing is equity, right? If it is shareholding company, so we can get our equity by means of raising the funds through shareholders. We can run the business, and different outsiders also there, right? From banks as well as some financial agencies also there. They are ready to provide money for running the business. And external sources, these are some external sources. Or else it should be called as a loans from subsidiary. Likewise, lot of subsidiaries are there right now. For example, If it is a first generation entrepreneur, they are ready to provide 35% of discount. When you get a loan worth rupees 1 lakh, then you have to pay 65,000 loan. Then you will have to get some of subsidy. For example, if you agriculture, right now, if you are starting a new startup or a new company, right, 1 year you cannot pay an income tax for the government. For promotion of an entrepreneurship, government is providing a lot of subsidies. So these are somewhat capital structure, and the factors determining that capital structure, right, working capital structure. The first and foremost thing is nature of business. Right. So nature of business. What kind of business is there? As we stated about 3 different forms of business. So manufacturing, service, and trading form of right. Regarding that manufacturing, it requires huge money for the business because we have to buy machines and we have to appoint some laborers and we have to appoint some manpower and we need some sort of financial assistance to operate the machines, technology. So it's a sound business, but it requires a huge amount of investment. For service business, like by Swiggy and Vola, right? So what they are doing, they just have a small software, right? Small application, mobile with the software, that cloud space is needed for running that software, right? For it, it should have a little bit amount when compared to that manufacturing form of business, right? And the size of working capital may be differentiated, depends upon the nature of business. So it should be for a huge scale business. It requires much amount of starting that business. And for that's another business like service or trading, it depends upon the capability and it depends upon the number of customers your business is having. And size of the enterprise, whether it should be a small scale enterprise or a medium scale enterprise or a large scale enterprise, it depends upon that business. That capital structure may be differentiated. And something equity and cash flow, but how much cash may be inflow for your business, how much cash may be outflow from your business in different sources. And purpose of financing. So what is the purpose of financing? So we can state that whether the business is having a market or not, whether the business development fund is needed or not, right? For producing more products, whether the business is having money or not, and provision for the future. It depends upon how long they have been stated in the market for a longer duration. And in terms of loan, term loans, it should be long-term loans. It should minimum of 5 years to 10 years, or it should be 15 years. Depends upon that size of the business, capability of the business, and business standing in the market for a duration. Right? Sources. So how the sources of business may be, the issue of shares may be there. It's when you converted your company is a liability company, right? It should be a liability company. Then you can just go for shares, debentures, and other form of things are there for getting sources from different sources. And short-term business, it should be commercial banks. You can get money, right? Whether you can submit your business plan, right? So instead of business plan, right now it should have another tool should be also there. Business model Canva is there, so you can utilize that Canva and factoring. Right? Factoring is another interesting thing for a business. Right? As a management faculty, you know about that factoring. Right? For example, I'm starting a business and I'm producing a product, but the one thing is I cannot sell all the products through cash itself. If I sell all the products through cash itself, then I cannot have enough amount of customers. That's why this kind of agency may be introduced, factoring agency. So it's an agency which tie up with that person who is producing the product and the person who is ready to need that product. Right? This agency, for example, in terms of credit sale, you just go on with credit sale. That factoring agency is very plays a vital role. I can sell that 10 lakh rupee products to another person, and if through the credit mode, not cash mode, through credit mode, then I can apply, they can analyze, or I can approach with factoring agency, and they are ready to provide support. Because if I sell that product 10 lakh rupee products through credit means, then how I can get back that cash? Definitely it will have some sort of duration. It should be 3 months or 5 months or 6 months, depends upon the capability of the buyer. So then the factoring agency will ready to provide that 10 lakh rupee for me for running my business successfully. And that factoring agency, I have to collect the money from that buyer who buy the product from our company. So this factoring agency plays a major role in terms of finance also. And some other things like bills of exchange is there, and bank OD. Bank OD is for genuine customers, they are ready to provide. And venture capitalist, right? So it's a very interesting one. Like venture capital, angel capital is there, angel financing is there. Right? So why these and all right now is those who are having an interesting idea, those who are having a very novel idea, and those who are having very enough amount of experience in business. But the major problem for them is they are not having enough money for starting the business. Right? That's why that venture capitalists and angel investors are there. They are ready to provide investment for your business. Because if you go for a loan, it's different strategy, right? Because for getting a loan, we have to prepare an entire project proposal, and even a business is not earning a profit, we have to pay interest in terms of loan. But in terms of venture capital, it's a differential strategy, right? So you are having an interesting idea that a venture company, they are ready to provide finance for you, and after earning a profit, they will ready to collect some stakes from your business. This is venture capital. So these are different forms of the business also there, right? So every business, the source of finance through different strategies also there, but how they have to select the source, it depends upon your size of the business. It depends upon profit capability of your business, and how long you have been standing in the market, and what is the future scope of your business. Because if you have to extend your business, you need some money. That's why you have to prepare a business plan. A business model Canva is a useful tool for getting financial assistance through this project report. So we can have another interesting session also there regarding that working capital management. Right. So why it is needed for working capital is very needed. Right. Just see this slide. Everywhere right now competition is there. Right. Every business is right now changing. And what are the major problems in terms of businesses? Shortage of cash. And even assume when we get back that money after selling the products, after receiving from the money, then only we have to invest. For example, I can start a business, I can sell the product to cash and credits. Then after take all those cash into my pocket, not invested that money for the business means definitely it will have some shortage of cash is there. And heavy bad debts. The heavy bad debts, if you sell 70% of your products through credit, then if a customer is making some delay for repaying the payment, or some customer not able to pay the money for your products, then it causes more bad debts is there, and cash block in terms of inventory. But if you produce more products, but every product is safely in godown, but not able to sell the products, then it will have some sort of problem is there in terms of business, and spoiling reputation by making late payment to creditors. So you can give some authorization for your creditor, but near time available payments. But if it will cause some delay means they are not supplying that product on time for you. So these are some problems for in terms of businesses. And for that working capital, for running a business day to day, for a particular day of operation, how much money is needed for running a business, it should be called as a working capital. Let's for example, a small example, right? I'm running a college. Right? How much money needed for running a college per day? Right? It should be different modes of expenses or the different modes of income for that for a college. A student have to pay the fee, and also different sources of money will come into the college, and different mode of money have been sent out from that particular institution, like means of salary for an employee, or else expenses for managing day-to-day activity. Right? So for running a particular business on a particular day, in a one day, how much money is needed? It should be called as a working capital. For running a business successfully, how much money is needed? It should be called as a working capital. And the major formula for calculating working capital should be called as a current assets minus current liability. In terms of an entrepreneurship business, they are having little bit current assets with them, and they have to deduct the current liability with them for that particular activity. And what is working capital? A small example is there for understanding about working capital. So working capital is the difference between current liability as well as current assets. And what are the current assets in a hair salon? Right? They are having a property. What are the property in that current hair salon is having? They are having a chair, and they are having an excellent cushion chair, excellent mirror, and some equipments are also there, like scissor and some other things are that they are having some property.
Dr. Ramchandran, your video and the audio is struck out. Dr. Ramachandran.
What are the current liability they are having means if they have to appoint some employees for their business, like repay that they have to pay some salary, and it's the building is not an own building, they have to pay some rent, and they can utilize something like water or some other electricity or some other thing they have in place, they have to pay that value also. So that payment comes under current liability, and their holdings should becomes under current assets. Like the difference between the asset they are having and the liability they have mentioned, it should be called as a working capital. So there are different forms of working capital also there. Right? Just go through it. Cross working capital is also there. Net working capital, and permanent working capital. It's a one-time investment, right? And temporary for seasonal demand. For seasonally, they have to satisfy and they have to manufacture more and more. They need some money. It should be called as a temporary working capital, and it's a cycle for a business, right? Cycle for a business, should be called as an operating cycle for a business, right? How a business is having a cash, and that cash is converted into an inventory. Inventory should be called as a material, and material should be converted into finished goods, and finished goods again sell. It should be different modes, cash or credit, and again that cash is invested into the business, and it's a cycle for a business for earning money. Some determinants also there in terms of working capital. It depends upon how much money needed for working capital for any business. For a size of business, it's production or manufacturing or service, which depends upon low or high. And credit period also there, right? Whether we can give a lot of credit, then how we can get that money from the business. And likewise, different factors which determining working capital. It depends upon what kind of business you are doing and what is the credit period you can offer. For example, I can give 6 months of credit for my business customers. Then how I have to get back after 6 months, and whether it's a seasonal form of business, right? Whether it's seasonal form of business. Right now it's a rainy season. Rainy season. Right now it can have a lot of that production of rain products. Right now, one of the interesting thing it should be called as in school bag has been carried out with umbrella, because school children they're able to handhold their umbrella, and also they have to hold their bag also. For producing this kind of products, you can need it, because this season only can have a lot of business opportunity. So you can produce more means you can sell more, and you can earn a lot of profit from for your business. and some other factors also there for determining working capital. Also, the government policy. The government may change some other things. Formed with things. For example, they can increase any taxation policy. Recently, they launched the GST and some other things. If these kind of activities maybe happen, means definitely you will need more amount of working capital and credit policy. So these some factors also there. And simple statement for changes in working capital. So 2 different years for calculation of working capital in terms of a business. And one more important thing, it should be called break-even points. Break-even points. How a business may be shaped, whether it or whether they have not able to failure in terms of a competition. This break-even point is very important for a business. As an entrepreneur, what we want to know, the first thing is how many goods we have to sell or before we can earn a money. For example, there should be modes for a business. It should be make or buy. Depends upon the competition. Right? So, if it is in bike, it's a Royal Enfield bike. Right? Royal Enfield bike. There are different spares are there in a Royal Enfield bike. Right? Even that company doesn't produce any tire. Right? If the company have to produce the tire, it will have some additional cost. They can buy the tire from MRF and they can assemble it in Royal Enfield and they can sell it to the customer. Right? Whether they have to produce means they have to invest huge money and they have to invest a lot of employees. That's why existing company who is producing that products, they can buy and they can assemble it and they can sell the product. So that's why everywhere depends upon the competition, whether the company have to make a product or they have to sell the products. Right? This example, if you sell 1 lakh units, what is the profits? Right? After making the product, once you make the product, after selling it, how much you have to earn the profits? Whether it is benefit when for a company to earn a profit or not. Recently, as we know about the price of tomato is high once upon a time. Right? It should be equivalent to the price of apple. Right? At the time, the farmer who is producing that tomato will become a billionaire. But right now, the price of tomato, it's 20 rupees per kg. Once upon a time, 300 rupees per kg. Right now, it should be 20 kg. So this time, whether we have to produce or we have to make a product or we have to buy it from different sources. So this depends upon that entrepreneurship. For that answer, it should be called as a break-even analysis. So we have to analyze the situation. A decision that helps a manager to whether determine particular volume of sales will result in loss or a profit. Right? A manager is a person who have to make a correct decision by means of analyzing all those facts, all those conditions, all those determinations in the markets, and how much we have to sell. So if this much of quantity may be sell means at least we can eliminate from loss. If you sell more than that printed quantity, then your business will go on with profit. If you sell less than that determined quantity, then it will have to create a loss for a business. For prevention of loss, or else to at least run a business in a safety mode, the break-even point plays a major role. Right? In break-even point, it's a planning as well as controlling technique for a business. So because that control is the only thing, whether we have to safeguard the business. It's a measurement of that standard actual. Right? So that constant check may be happen because of that break-even analysis. And some of the break-even point should be called as an what is the fixed cost you have to do, and what's the variable cost? It should be called as we have already seen these concepts. And what's the revenue? Right? So these and all we can seen it briefly. So this is the formula as we know about that break-even point. So we can analyze that safely. It's a no profit, no loss point. It's an indication mark for the business to analyze what's the type of our business and how we can have to eliminate our business from business losses. So this is an indication mark for you. and significance of that break-even point. Why it is utilized means, for example, impact of a new product launch in the markets. Right. For example, I'm the first company to launch a new product in the markets. I have to understand whether the customer is or not in the market for the products. So the customer is not means, so how much I have to fix the price of the products. Right. And also impact of purchasing new capital equipments. Right. So recently gone through with one different forms of business. It should be called as a cluster form of business. A cluster is a very interesting form of business. It just create an impact among cluster business among your students community. Right? I just gone through with the Sivagasi. Sivagasi is famous for printing, right? Sivagasi is famous for printing products. Right? For example, any new technology may be implemented in terms of printing, then they just go for with the cluster form of business. Cluster means nothing similar, right? Whether a small business may be formed as a group and they have to sell, they have to produce a product. For example, I am a printing press owner, my friend is a printing press owner, and another friend is a printing press owner. So we all 10 persons may be combined together and registered our business a cluster business. For example, any new equipment, new technology may be implemented in the markets. Our group have to buy a machinery, and for our purpose we can utilize all those machinery. It ஒரு இந்த மாதிரி பண்ணும்போது என்ன, it should be easy for a business for investing in heavy equipment. So impact of purchasing new capital equipment, or else you have to utilize the service from outsiders. It should one make should use that equipment. It's also determined for business. And revenue and cost implication, it also changes the cost of production. And finally, impact of changes in price and cost of profit of the business. So everywhere the price is not depending on the market capability, the price may be differentiated everywhere. One small example, right? See, the water bottle with 1 liter, it should cost 20 rupees, and that the price of water bottle with 20 liters, it should be have 30 rupees. Right? There's a huge differentiation in terms of that changes in price for a product. It determines how business it should be. Right? So, as an entrepreneurship educator, one thing I want to suggest with you, right? Inform your students, inform your faculty, to create an ecosystem towards entrepreneurship. The first and foremost thing is, at least your institution has having an entrepreneurship development cell. But entrepreneurship development cell plays a major role, and it is the first and foremost campus company for an organization. That campus company can give different positions in a business. So with that, you can develop your business in different angles, and you can develop all those activities in different domains. Right? As you can inform your students, or else you can inculcate your students about identification of a problem statement. That problem statement analysis is very important in terms of a business. If the problem statement analysis have been done, then at least monthly once you can organize different programs through entrepreneurship development. So likewise, success story sharing from an entrepreneur, or else that financial capability assessment and funding capability, funding sources for an entrepreneurship, right? And also idea generation workshop. So these, if you organize different angles, at least they have some sort of experience, and when they gather about these kind of knowledges, the transition may be happen among them, and the transition will create an impact among entrepreneurship. And these kind of programs may be organized, that the DST sponsored program may be organized to create an ecosystem. Once an ecosystem may be developed, for example, right, 20 to 25 years before, we started an NSS in an academic institution. Right now, NSS is functioning very good, right? But 10 years back, we are starting entrepreneurship development cell. Still, a proper ecosystem is not there for an entrepreneurship development cell. If you create a proper ecosystem through driven forces from you, the people, as well as the community, definitely a transition may be happen from you for developing students as an entrepreneur in the future. And if they develop as an entrepreneur, then the problem of unemployment may be completely eradicated from Indian country, and India will attain a developed position as early as possible with the support of all you faculty community. Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity. given by that Manar Tirumala Nayakar College. But as I said, there's a emotional commitment with Manar Tirumala Nayakar College. I started my career from that institution as a first program trainer, and still I enriched my career through field coordinator to master trainer. That attainment may be happen because the opportunity given by them. Thank you, Manar Tirumala Nayakar College, especially the coordinator and the faculty community from BPA department, Niranjana ma'am and Venkatesh sir and Sophia ma'am and Meenakshi Devi ma'am. All their support and be here. And thank you, faculty, those who are attended and participating in this program. And definitely it will be a driven force for you to educate your students about entrepreneurship. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ramachandran, for your wonderful and elaborate presentation. So we are happy to see you. So any questions from the participants? Any questions from the participants? This person is waiting. Any clarification? Any clarifications? Any clarifications? You can utilize the service of Dr. Ramachandran in your campus also, because we have witnessed his speech in the campus and how he motivated the students. We can utilize his service, his expertise. So any clarification? Okay. So Dr. Ramachandran, I think we can wind up. There was no clarification from the participants. So thank you so much for your wonderful and excellent presentation. Without normally finance will go for boring. Without boring, you have had a wonderful presentation. Thank you so much. Thank you. So participants, shall we wind up?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Ramachandran.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity given, and definitely I will associate with